welcome to the stream. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. I started doing I decided recently I've been starting my stream later because we're playing the horror game. That's why. In case you're curious. Um oh shit. Do our pre spooky game stretches. Alright. Alright. Cool. Alright, I'm ready. Let's play. Let's play games. Let's do it. Let's get some in-game bumps, shall we? Okay. Ugh. This is fine. She hasn't set one foot outside her room today either. Is this different? She's still talking about that friend of hers. I keep telling her there's no such person. And when I do, she gives me such a stare. I've never seen her look at me like that way before, ever. Please, she was always such a bright and cheery girl. Hey, Mom. Where'd that happy daughter of mine go? What happened to her? This is different. This isn't the usual intro. Please try to stay calm. The matter must be handled with the utmost care. Remember, your daughter has it even rougher than you right now. We mustn't think of her as lost cause or she'll never get the help she needs. Rest assured I'll do everything in my power to assist you. Let's work together to bring that happy little girl of yours back. Yes, you're right. Thank you. I feel better just hearing you say that. Is this like a secret intro sequence? I think I'm gonna go check on her. Alright, be careful though. Try not to say anything that might upset her. I don't want to press anything because I don't want this. I don't know what this is. Naomi? Naomi, have you gone to bed already? Oh no. It's your mom. I'm coming in. Is Naomi gonna be dead? No, she's alive. Okay. Naomi, I can't believe you're still in that same spot. Standing all day must be killing your legs. Why not have a seat on your bed? You know, I had a really lovely encounter today. I was out shopping and happened to notice an adorable little kitten at the pet shop. You've been begging me for a cat, right? There's a beautiful auburn fold. It just kept staring at me. I could barely pry myself away from it. I'd love to introduce you to. Maybe tomorrow we can go out and see it. Your teacher said it was okay for you to skip school if you want. So why not ditch class? Yeah. Doesn't that sound nice? Come on, Naomi. Why are you just standing there? Is someone with you? Seiko. Naomi, please listen very closely to me and don't get mad. Naomi, yeah. I just want to ask you about your friend. I want to know more about her. This girl's Seiko from your class. How long has she been there? Always. And what class is it again? 2-9. Yes, that's right. You always said it's a wonderful homeroom where everybody gets along beautifully. The thing is, no one else from your class. Get out. You don't believe a word I'm saying, so just get the hell out of my room. Why'd you even come up here? Why pretend you care when you don't even believe me? You think I'm crazy, don't you? Naomi, stop it. You're gonna hurt your hand. Oh, jeez. Listen, there's no such person as Seiko. You have to pull yourself together, please. This is a fucked up, altered story. Together, it's everyone else who's gone mad. Please, you need to calm down. Just leave me alone. You can all go to hell. I know she's real. This is fucked up. And I kinda like it. So Seiko's not real now? Naomi, please, I'm begging you, just calm down, please. Let go of me, let go of me. Uh-oh. It's alright, Naomi, it's medicine. It'll help you relax. Oh my god. This is too real. Take the medicine, take it. No, I don't want to. Why won't anyone believe me? That's Seiko, but her face is gone, so I assume she doesn't exist now? It's confusing, but I'm intrigued. Yeah, so I guess that's a secret intro or something. Huh. Well, would you look at that? Welcome back to what is a spooky game. Hold on. Shit, I didn't set up this correctly. Sorry. And there we go. Let me make that bigger. Okay, sorry. Anyway, welcome back. We're here. Moon Corpse Party. New chapter. Encounter. Here we go. Oh boy. I'm so excited. Satoshi. Let's see. Tenjin 5. Is that 23? Or is it 33? Mr. Yamazaki's handwriting is atrocious. Happy game, happy game. This really wasn't my day. Knocked over my alarm clock this morning, and of course it stopped working. The very last pork sandwich sold out right before my eyes during lunch. I was roped into a favor when I happened upon my homeroom teacher, Miss Yamazaki, long after the school day had ended. So now, like it or not, I was on my way to deliver some notes to Miss Yui, our homeroom TA, who was out sick with a cold. I'll have to make sure I apologize to Yuka later. I know how disappointed she'll be that I'm missing on our shopping date. Or Yuka. Tenjin 523, number 11. Found it. As long as this doesn't actually read 633, number 77 anyway. I stopped and compared the memo in my hand with the apartment building in front of me. It was 2 stories tall and looked a little on the shabby side. Probably about 20 years old. Didn't seem very solid, nor was it particularly stylish or chic. It was a completely unremarkable structure in every way. Apartment 207. Or is that 201? I was really getting fed up with this handwriting. From a teacher, no less. In any case, it seemed certain the apartment was on the 2nd floor, so I trudged up the startlingly, Jesus Christ. I could read, I swear. Startlingly narrow, steep stairs. The metal staircase was thoroughly blotched with patches of rust. Why would someone live in such a rundown apartment building? Our teacher's salary is really that low. Felt a little sorry for her, but in a way. This place kind of fit her personality. That thought in mind, I turned my attention toward apartment 201.
ここが
Here we are,
201号室か。
Yeah, this doesn't look like Miss Yui's place.
でもゆい先生の家じゃないな。
The door plate for the room nearest the stairs had a name. I didn't recognize the scribble on it.
ってことは
Guess that means we tried door number 2. Past room 201, I continued down the narrow walkway toward the end. Wandering alone around an apartment building I'd never been to before made me feel kind of nervous. It wasn't like I was doing anything wrong, but my back still tensed up as I maneuvered around piled up strollers, plastic toys, and bundles of newspapers. And then finally I arrived at the last door.
ここだ。
Bingo. It was 207. This is it. I breathed a sigh of relief. The door plate for apartment 207 read Shishido. For an adult's handwriting especially, the letters were rounded and overly cutesy. This is Miss Yui's place, alright. What's
なん
this?
だろうこれ。
I leaned in to read something written in small script at the corner of the door plate.
愛病中
Beware of cat?
って
Shouldn't that be beware
人
of
間注意じゃな
dog?
くて。
That's Miss
ゆ
Yui
い
for
先生
you.
らしいや。
Hilarious comedy from Miss Yui. Really killing the comedy game. So how exactly does one beware a house cat? Is it even possible for a house cat to be threatening? At any rate, I confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was Miss Yui's place. So my errand was nearing its end.
それにしても
What was Mr.
Yamazaki-senseiもひど
Yamazaki
いよな。
thinking anyway?
風邪ひいたクラスメートに
I understand taking handouts to sick classmates, but
風邪ひいた福友先生のうちに授業のノート
but delivering class notes to the home of an absent teacher? This
絶
seems
対におか
weird.
しい
This isn't something a student should be doing.
間違いなくこれ担任の仕事だよ
Hold on, I gotta unfog my glasses. I can't see shit! Real blind hours, boys. Oh man, I mean that's better than it was. It's not great, but I'll take it. Student should be doing. He said he was busy with meetings though, and really needed one of his students to help him out. Was it really okay to entrust a school student with confidential class notes?
これ
Wouldn't it be kind of a problem if I were to read these? My mind kept drifting from one question to another, and I'd become acutely aware of the inherent value of the notes I held in my bag. But tempting as it was, I just couldn't bring myself to look at them. Mr. Yamazaki put his faith in me after all. And I was stronger than that. I couldn't let this get the best of me. At any rate, I was here. I should have just been able to drop off the notes and be on my way. Putting all my doubts and misgivings aside, I rang the doorbell. And then I waited, and waited some more, but there was no answer.
あれ
Huh?
俺
It did
呼び鈴をしたの
ring, didn't it? Yeah, she's homesick, Satoshi.
ゆい先生
Miss Yui! I rang the bell again, and also tried calling out. There was still no response.
どうしよう
What should I do?
寝
Maybe
て
she's
んのか
sleeping.
な
Just put it in the literal mailbox hole that's right there. You could put it into the mailbox hole like a normal person and not have to wake up your sick teacher.
起こしちゃ悪いけど
I don't want to wake her, but
でも心
I'm a
配だ
little
しな
concerned. You're gonna break into her house and see her half naked because it's fan service time. When we heard that Miss Yui was staying home sick today, we were all pretty disappointed. That's why part of me was actually a little happy that I was asked to run these over to her. Figured I'd be able to check in, see how she was doing, and let everyone in school know that she was feeling better.
けど会えないっていう
Never
のは
occurred to me
想
that
定
we might
外
not
だ
even
っ
be
た
able to
な
see her, though.
ゆい先生
Miss Yui!
ゆい先
Miss
生
Yui!
反応なし
Nothing, huh?
えっと
Miss
ゆい先
Yui?
生
Hello?
すみません
She's probably sleeping or out to doctors or something, but what if she were hurt? Tried opening the mail slot and peeking in. Thought maybe I could get a glimpse of the room inside.
ゆい先生
Miss Yui? Felt kind of wrong peeking in someone's house without their permission. I was legitimately worried about Miss Yui's health, so my conscience was clear on this one. Ah! Oh, the cat. The well-groomed cat was facing the door and staring back at me. Its head tilted slightly to the side and let out an adorable meow. This must be the cat I was instructed to beware. Since Miss Yui was always going on and on about her little buddy, I was pretty sure I remembered his name. You're Moray, right? Or no, it's Monet, I think. Yeah, Monet. What a pretty kitty you are, Monet. Miss Yui talked about her cat a lot in class, so pretty much the whole school had heard of him. She even had some tins of cat food hidden on a shelf in the classroom, probably because she's bought too much to have no room for them in her apartment. Here, kitty kitty. Monet, is Miss Yui home? If she's home, would you mind waking her up for me? That's a good kitty. Yeah, didn't think that would work. My shoulders sank. I felt defeated. What the hell was I doing? Close the mail slot and sit back up. Put the mail through the mail slot, Satoshi! Damn, I sure hope Miss Yui's alright. She's probably just out right now or something. Which would mean the door's locked, I'm sure. Lost in the speculation, I placed my hand on the doorknob. Don't! Why? This is breaking and entering, Satoshi. With a quick twist, I turned it and pushed the door, opening it easily. Huh? It wasn't locked? Satoshi, you should just go, like... Just leave. Crap, that's not good. Oh, the cat's out now. Can't let Monet get out. Oh, now he's inside and he shut the door. Big dumb idiot. Your master's pretty careless, huh? Leaving the door unlocked like that. One of his whiskers twitched as I called out to him from the entryway. Is that how you say? Her is... You and I are on the same page, Monet. Why? Satoshi, this is breaking and entering. This is not okay. Here, I was talking to a cat. Is this what I become? What should I do? I was feeling pretty uneasy. Not only had I peeped into someone's home, I walked in without a second thought. Moreover, this was where Miss Yui lived. Alone. In other words, a woman's apartment. I wonder how many times I reminded myself that I was here on an errand. I couldn't help feeling that I'd not only crossed the line, but leaped over it.
Yui-sensei.
You did! Miss Yui! I tried calling your name one last time. But I suspected there was no answer. So what now? I'm trying hard to avoid being too nosy, but my eyes inevitably began surveying the room. The apartment entrance led out immediately into the kitchen. Beyond there was a sliding door to some other room. I could see the light through the gaps. I strained my ears, but there was nothing to hear. No sign of life whatsoever. Miss Yui really must have been out. One more time. I tried calling out to her one more time. Just to put my concerns at ease. Felt like I'd seem even more suspicious if I stayed silent.
Yui-sensei.
Miss Yui, it's Mochida. Still nothing. Maybe she was asleep on the other side of that door. Let's just have a little look-see. Wait. Shaking my head furiously, I cast out that sudden impulse. That was a terrible idea, pure and simple. Yes, this whole thing is a terrible idea. Entering the apartment unannounced is bad enough, but walking all the way in, opening that sliding door, and peeking inside, that was just too much. Man, if Miss Yui happened to come home and find me standing here, I'd be in pretty hot water, huh? Yeah. No, scratch that. I'd be in plentiful, dense, scalding water. Monet mewed as if in agreement. Panicking, I once again surveyed my surroundings. I almost felt like there were eyes on me, staring with disdain. But of course, nobody was there. Oh, right. I can just leave a note. Wondering why I didn't think of this sooner, I dug into my bag some paper and a pen. Mr. Yamazaki. Ah, Jesus. Hi, social. How's it going, buddy? Welcome to the stream once again. To fill you in, we are Satoshi this chapter. We just broke into the teacher's house. Why are you in a house in this game about a school? Yeah, so we're in the before the thing. We're bringing papers after. It's after school. We're bringing papers to Satoshi's Yuka's brother. He's the quiet guy. If you remember Yuka, the little girl, the one that Naomi likes. Regardless, he just broke into the teacher's house and was like contemplating peeking into her bedroom. And he was like, no, that's a bad idea. Basically, we're breaking and entering. It's fine. Let's continue. Yuka's lolly, right? Yes. Sorta. I don't really want to think about that. But we'll go with yes. Mr. Yamazaki asked me to come by. That should be enough, right?
俺のノートでいいや。
I'll just use some notebook paper.
えっと
Let's see. Mrs. Yui.
ゆい先生。
Crouching in the doorway, I ran my pen across the page. I brought class notes at Mr. Yamazaki's behest. Everyone was worried about you. Sorry about barging into your apartment. Please don't forget to lock your door from now on.
鍵はかけた方がいいと思いますと。
As I was writing the note, I sensed a presence in front of me. She is home, and you are in fucking trouble. And the cat is also staring at Solis. Till just a moment ago, this house had no signs of human life in it, but now I could feel someone standing directly ahead. Standing and looking down at me. It's the cat. Huh? Fidgeting nervously, I put down my pen. Raised my head slowly. Saw a white, slender ankle. It's Naked Teacher. Oh. Shocked, I shot my head up, and there, standing before me, was Miss Yui. Ah. Yeah. Told you we were gonna find her half naked accidentally because we broke into her fucking house. Good move, Satoshi. Miss Yui. She was looking right at me, but she seemed decidedly out of sorts. Her hair looked disheveled, her gaze was unsteady, and her pajamas were in complete disarray. She was like a completely different person from the usual kept educator we'd come to know and love. Miss Yui, so sorry to have entered your apartment without permission. Here. I stood up frantically and held out the note I'd been writing. But... She just has no idea. She's like, huh? Miss Yui was just standing there, stupefied, with a complete vacant expression on her. Yeah, she's just out. She took... They were like, yeah, you can take one dose of this. And she was like, I'm gonna take the fucking bottle.
Sensei.
Miss Yui. I called out to her as gently as I could. But... yeah, she dead. She was really dazed. She seemed almost like a ghost.
Sensei.
Miss Yui, what happened to you? She's sick. She stayed home sick from school. Satoshi, don't be stupid. I had a sudden uneasy feeling. Worried, I walked up to Miss Yui, grabbed her shoulders, and tried to snap her out of it by shaking her. Imagine waking up at 3 a.m. with a hangover to your student in your kitchen with a letter. Satoshi's gonna piss me off. But instead, she coughed twice. Yeah, she coughed because she's sick, Satoshi, you dumbass. It just seemed to make her cough, yeah. She is not okay, Satoshi. That is why she's not at school.
Sensei!
Hey, Miss Yui. These were wet, productive coughs, and spit was shooting out of Miss Yui's mouth with each one. I frantically tried to shield my face from the spray, but my reaction time just wasn't quick enough. I feel like that was the perfect moment to leave without her remembering your presence. Yeah, I feel like you could have just, like, handed it to her or put it on the counter and just leave. But instead, he shook her, yeah. I put a hand on her cheek and found it I put a hand to her cheek and found it thick with a slimy film of saliva. Somebody on the writing team has a wild fetish? I know. What the fuck is this shit? What? Can she, like, say something, because this is a very uncomfortable situation for me to be in, and I'm not even actually in it.
大丈夫
Are you
Yui
okay, Miss Yui? Miss Yui hobbled back a little, then fell to her knees with a thud. Oh no, we about to get a blowjob. She gonna vomit on your dumbass? Probably. She gonna vomit on this man's dick. She about to puke all over us. She completely sprawled out in the hallway, moaning and groaning the whole time.
先生
Miss Yui, wiping the splatterings from my own face, I leaned over and took a better look at hers. This is definitely somebody's fetish, and I'm not into it. It was bright red. Strained breathing, a stuffy nose, and a visibly high fever on top of it all. She was sick as could be. Took you that long to figure it out, Satoshi? I'm cold. Me too. Honestly, if I was the teacher and I was that sick and there was a teacher there, I'd just be like, I'm fucking cold. What do you want?
寒いの
Cold, but you're
Demo-
dripping with
also
sweat.
got it, yeah.
It's called being sick, Satoshi. Have you never been sick before, you fucking asshole? Not everybody's perfect like you, asshole. It's cold. Thought maybe her sweat had cooled her down, but then realized her disheveled pajamas certainly weren't doing her any favors. His heart pounding a mile a minute and face red as traffic light, I set about buttoning her up. Satoshi has discovered illness, plus 10 intelligence. And now he's dressing his teacher. This is when you just leave. Straight up. This is when you don't break and enter in your teacher's house when they're home on a sick day. She had a mail slot that you peeked through before you broke in. Pissing me off.
ゆい先生
Don't butter up
俺の
the
こと
words
わかる
exactly.
持田だよ
Miss Yui, you know who this is, right? It's Mochida from school. Eh? She's just like, no. Hey, you get the fuck out. She doesn't know.
寒いならちゃん
If
と
you're
布団
cold,
で寝
you
な
need
いと
to sleep under your covers.
出ないと
Otherwise, you
Naoru mo
won't
naoranai
get any
itte.
better. We better tuck her in. Are we about to tuck her in, boys? She absentmindedly extended her shaking arms like a zombie, slowly reopened her eyes and looked up at me. It was a gaze of a severely fevered mind. Yeah, she has no idea what's going on. Just
ゆい先生
Miss Yui, Sukaza? Wait, so you have your hands on her chest, buttoning her shirt, and like, yo, dog, I'm your student, by the way. Yeah. Sukaza. What? Oh, God. Told you it'd be fan service. I called that shit. Ah! Yeah, see, that's Satoshi. Sukaza? Sukaza! Oh, God. She's delirious. She thinks you're the boyfriend. You got run. You gotta go. You gotta run. Eh? Miss Yui was clinging to me tightly. Take advantage. Take full advantage. Do it or you're a pussy. I'll be back when it isn't this. Yeah. True. Couldn't move. I was frozen in shock. She began to weep. You've come for me, Sukaza. Who's Sukaza? What a lovely surprise. I'm so glad you're here.
先生待って
Yui,
人
wait,
違いだ
I'm
よ
with the wrong person. It seemed like I wasn't getting through to her at all. The sensation of her chest as she held me was making it virtually impossible to fight her grip. Oh. Sure. I was utterly powerless against this opponent. Satoshi discovered the boner. I never realized before just how soft the woman's chest really it was. Satoshi +1 virgin. God, am I that weak-willed? I had to remind myself that Miss Yui had been confused with someone else. Mustering all my strength I could, I gripped her arms and tried to pry them off of me. She was a lot stronger than I anticipated and wouldn't let me get away. I was so scared, Tsukasa. I was so scared.
怖かっ
Scared?
まさか来てく
I
れ
never
る
thought you'd actually come.
たうわ
As she squeezed me tightly, I felt as though my upper body might collapse under the pressure of her softest parts. I was blushing uncontrollably.
ゆい先生ちょっと
Misui, please let go.
離れて
No, I won't.
先生ってば
Come on, Miss Yui. I struggled to wriggle free, but Miss Yui only grabbed me tighter. Our bodies were getting more and more intertwined. And every time I squirmed, Miss Yui would just pull me in even closer. So it's like the second half of the chapter is always a horror game, but the first half is somebody's fan fiction. Tsukasa.
うわ
As her chest rose and fell erratically, droplets of sweat slid down into her cleavage. Why are you looking there? You whore. You whore of a man. I could feel the heat of her fever radiating off of her steadily encroaching face, as well as the shoulders I grabbed in an effort to push her away. The fuck is wrong with this dude? I don't know. It's like, just stay here with me, Tsukasa, please. You literally just need to dip 10 minutes ago.
だから
I'm
人
telling you,
違
you
い
got the wrong person. Satoshi, fucking go. Wasn't he supposed to button up her shirt? I think he like pulled up her pants, maybe. But those are falling down too now, so I don't fucking know. He just like unbuttoned one. He's like, buttoning, haha. Didn't say if I was buttoning or unbuttoning, I'm just buttoning, haha. Questions were swirling around my head. Why was Miss Yui crying? Who is this Tsukasa person? But I was most concerned for the state of her pajamas, which had become even more disheveled during our struggle. She's naked.
先生
Miss
パジャ
Yui,
マ
your
ズ
pajamas,
ボ
your pants.
ンずり落ちてるから
Sliding down.
つかさく
Tsukasa, you're so warm.
高い
ゆい先生
Miss
ってば
Yui, please. Realizing that not a single word was getting through to her, I sighed resignedly. I'd taken care of Yuka any number of times when she caught a cold and drawn a fever, but I don't recall it ever getting this bad. Yo, you take care of a sick person? I thought you discovered what sickness was today. Bruh, so many questions swirling around his head, and none of the answers are any of his business. Exactly. Miss Yui was usually calm, collected, and rational. Who would have ever imagined that a fever could leave her so thoroughly discombobulated? Who could have ever imagined that being out of your right state of mind would change how you think? No way! Satoshi? Miss Yui, seriously, pull yourself together.
もう
Put more strength into my resistance, and finally her arms relaxed just the tiniest bit. But her expression changed drastically. No, please.
あの先生
Miss Yui, I'm
俺は持田
Satoshi
聡で
Mochida, not this
司って人
suit. Please don't go, please. Miss Yui was acting like a spoiled child. Slipping out of the shoes I'd still been wearing, I again drew closer to her sprawled out form. So he's staying now. He has given up and he is now staying. He's taken off his shoes. He's in, boys. There was no way I could just leave her like this. Oh no, of course not, Satoshi. There's no way. I mean, she's only survived living alone for like 10 years now, you said, before we broke into her house?
後で気がついて
Sure hope none of this seems too sketchy after your fever breaks. Every wrong choice, yes. Miss Yui let out a lethargic groan, perhaps in response to my quiet murmurings. At my wit's end, I grabbed hold of her and did my best to carry her into the back room. Oh, we in the bedroom now. Gently wheeling her over to her unfurled futon, I then carefully laid her down, making sure I didn't drop her in the process. Then there was the matter of rebuttoning those pesky pajamas again. Wow, really an issue. Carry her into her room and fucking leave, please. He better. I instantly pulled up her pajama bottoms and brushed away the stray hairs that were plastered to her brow with sweat. I'd done my best to avoid seeing anything I shouldn't, but I am a guy, so my heart was pounding the whole time. You had a rock hard erection. You had a rock hard erection the entire time. Just say that. Your heart was pounding, but that's because of your rock hard erection. Miss Yui's pajamas were soaked through with sweat. She really might have been better off with a change of clothes altogether. I'm sure we help her with that, Satoshi. But no. That would have been going way too far. You okay? I think you made a correct decision.
えっと
Unless...
タオルとか
Wish I could find a towel or something so I could at least wipe off the moisture away. Or wipe some of the moisture away. Noticing a convenience store bag carelessly tossed to the floor, I glanced inside. Wow, Satoshi's such a good guy. This man is so good to his teacher. Robbing her as well. Wow.
なんだ
Hey, she already bought
洗
cold
濯シート買っ
packs.
てきてあるじゃんなんで使ってないん
Why
だ
wasn't she using them? Jeez.
先生やっと
Miss
する
Yui,
けど
this might
我
be a
慢
little
してね
cold, but bear with me, okay?
これでよし
Alright, I think that'll help. I placed one of the compresses on her forehead and pulled the covers over her. Miss Yui appeared almost instantly relieved. She exhaled contentedly, and her breathing became more relaxed. Finally, she was asleep. Now he's gonna watch her sleep. Like, what the fuck? Now she's gonna be with it and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Even in sleep, Miss Yui seemed to be suffering. Oh, Monet. Are you worried about your master?
先生が心配かだよ
I don't blame you. When Mr. Yamazaki said she was sick, I had no idea it'd be this bad. Okay, she was asleep. What an amazing time to step away. I know. Wouldn't it be great to just leave? When I had coiled up on my legs without me noticing, I began absentmindedly speaking to him. Great. We can't leave with the cat sitting in our lap. We gotta watch the teacher sleep. Doesn't he have a house of parents to go back to? No, he has a sister that he's supposed to be at the store with right now. He said it earlier. He's like, man, my sister's gonna be mad that we're not shopping together like we were supposed to be. But errands are errands. He mewed in response, and our conversation ended there. My gaze was still fixed squarely on Miss Yui.
さて
So, what do I do now, Miss Yui?
俺
You okay to be alone
この
right
まま
now?
帰っても大丈夫
Anyone but you, Satoshi. This is literally illegal. She wasn't in any condition to respond. But
ゆい先
Miss
生
Yui. Miss Yui's hand had slipped out from under the futon and was gently grasping my pant leg.
あの
Hey. Oh no, I can't leave now. Her grip was much weaker than before. But I knew I'd probably regret it if I went home now. My man, you need to literally stop breaking the law, please. If I'm counting off the top of my head correctly, that's like 17 years. Yeah. At least. Miss Yui just seemed really lonely.
仕方ないな
Well, I guess I'll settle in then. Oh, moving in. Satoshi moved in, guys. We're good. We live with her now. We're married, basically. Without disturbing Miss Yui's hold on me, I took a seat beside her. For the time being, I figured I'd watch over her and make sure her condition didn't worsen. Do not settle in. Please don't. I know, right? Occasionally, Miss Yui's breathing would become ragged and she'd furrow her brow. She's in a pretty bad way.
辛そうだな
Poor thing. No, just... Wasn't there anything else I could do? You can leave, Satoshi. The last thing you can do for her is leave before you get fucking arrested. I glanced quietly down the hallway. I'd noticed when I carried Miss Yui here that the kitchen near the entrance was perfectly neat and tidy. There wasn't any indication it had been used that day at all.
飯
I wonder if she's eaten anything. Oh my god, he's gonna cook her dinner. He's gonna literally cook her dinner. What the? This is fucking weird. Hmm? Says the cat. Monet's gaze shifted suddenly. I followed it and saw pet bowls laid out in the corner of the room. One dish was filled to the brim with water, and the other was piled high with dry cat
な
food.
るほど
I see someone's eating well
ママは
around
ちゃ
here,
んと
huh?
食べてるんだな熱出してあんな
Even
状態にな
delirious
って
with fever, she's still taking real
お
good
前の
care
こ
of
とはちゃん
you.
と考えてくれて
People
るんだ
still
な
fucking wonder as to why I'm skeptical of anime. Yeah. I like anime.
ゆい先生
There's this shit
自分の食
that I
事の
don't like
心
about
配をし
anime,
な
but
が
the
ら
rest of this game is great, which is the part of anime I do like. So that's not good, Miss Yui. You should be thinking about your own meals first. I shook my head at the whole situation, then glanced down at Monet, who was tilting his head as if trying to understand me. Broke into a wry smile. When I pulled out the cold packs, I did notice some cheap convenience store food in the bag as well. I guess that was going to be her food for the day. Not exactly the best stuff to eat when you're sick.
米と
Yeah, I know. That's
あと
bro. What if she has a
卵
schedule
くらい
that,
は
right?
きっとあるよな
There's rice and eggs at least.
卵がゆでも作ろう
Maybe I'll make egg porridge or something. Okay, so he's deciding what to cook her for dinner with the items that she has purchased with her money. Great.
先生キッチン借りるよ
Miss Yui, may I borrow your kitchen? Oh, are you not healthy enough to say no? That's consent! Her face was bright red, and her half-pained, half-contented noises provided me with no clear-cut answer to my question. That's consent. Fellow gamers,
仕方ない
if she can't say no,
ゆい先生
it's a yes.
モネに許しを
Don't think I'm gonna get much out of her. How about you, Monet?
もね
Do I have your permission to use the kitchen? Meow is
あり
consent.
がとう
Confirmed. Meow is consent. Amazing. Excellent, thank you. Monet's cries helped assuage my guilt over entering a woman's apartment and borrowing her kitchen. Not that I had any reason to feel... Not that I had any reason to feel guilty, I don't think, anyway. I mean, circumstances were what they were. You broke it... Still, I had this nagging sense that I should have somehow felt bad about what I was doing.
ゆい先生
Excuse me, please, Miss Yui. I'm gonna
ちょ
need
っ
to
と
get
離
up.
れるよ
One by one, I gently peeled off her each of the fingers lashed onto my pant leg. The expression on her face changed as I was doing so, from contented rest to mild annoyance, but there's nothing to indicate that she might wake up. Let's just have some horrific supernatural violence to get back to, right?
よし
Don't we have dying to attend to? Alright then, let's see what we can do, shall we? As I stood up, Monet mewed happily and began tagging along at my heels. She sneezed. And Miss Yui, now resting by herself in the bedroom, let out a sudden sneeze. She's awake now. She's gonna kill you. Okay. Welcome. Episode 3. That's the intro. No ending to that no ending to that story. We're just pretend. I need a drink. Coming back. What a good intro. True. Man, that was wonderful. Alright. By the way, I'm the only one that drinks milk. I bought the milk. It is mine. I can drink from the gallon if I want to. Bitches. Anyway. Achoo, says Yui. Masako? Eek.
ちょっとゆ
Tomo.
い
Come on, Yui.
かかった
Gross.
よ
I
今
just got
シ
sprayed.
ャミ
What's this now?
ご
Sorry, sorry. Got a
な
real
んだ
tingle in my nose today for some
ム
reason.
ズムズするの
Nobody cooks with the milk? No. Except me. I'm the only one that cooks. My roommate orders food. Or goes out to eat for every meal. It's ridiculous. We don't really have food to cook with anyway. But yeah, no, it's my milk. It's my milk, so it's okay. I'm allowed to drink the milk. It's just me anyway. I'm an adult, so it's not like I live with my mom or anything. Sorry, I really tingled my nose
まっ
today.
たく
Honestly. Tissues, huh? Where did I put
ど
them?
こやったっけああなけ
Oh
れば
wow.
私
Did
の
I
使
get that much on you? Here, use one of mine. It's the least I can do.
やったじゃあ
Great.
私使う
Don't mind if I do. What the? We're sneezing on our friends? Okay.
私
What?
も持
She
っ
was
てな
talking
い
to
の
me. May I have one too,
ちょう
please?
だいうーん
Let's see. Here we go.
サンキュ
Thanks.
ーあんたたちね
You guys really
ティッ
should
シュ
keep
くらい常
extras
備し
with
と
you,
き
you
な
know?
さいよ面目ない
Well, sorry.
まったく
Honestly. Huh.
それ
So,
で
what were we talking about
え
again?
っとそうそう
Remember, we were
だ
talking
から
about
さ
what it's like to be
とうとう3年
seniors
になっちゃっ
now.
たよねって話
Oh, I know, right? Can it really be just one more year
あ
before
と
we
1年で
graduate?
卒業か卒業もだけど
Well, graduation is
私たち
important. Don't
そ
forget
れ
that
より
there's
もっと考
life
えなくちゃい
afterwards
け
to
ない
think
こ
about
と
as
があるじ
well.
ゃない
Hmm?
進路よ
Our careers. Oh,
いや聞きた
no,
く
I
な
really
い
don't want to think about that.
正直さ
Well, there's
進
a
路相
reason
談
we've been
何回受け
subjected to
た
all
って
those career
将
counseling
来のことなん
sessions.
かはっきり
It's
し
because
な
our
いっていう
futures
か
are
さ
just big question marks right now.
だよね
No kidding. What are we
ど
gonna
う
do
し
with
よ
our
うかな
lives? It's scary.
ほんとねえゆいは
Any ideas,
もう
Yui?
進路とか
You have any
決め
plans
て
for the future?
実はね
Actually,
も
I've
う
got it all
決め
figured
てるん
out.
だ
I'm gonna be a teacher.
何
Well,
Yui,
don't leave us hanging.
何に
Out with
な
it,
りたいの
girl. Well,
私はね私の名前は
my name is Yui Shishido. I'm 17 and my dream is to be a teacher.
将来の夢は
You are not.
先生になること
This is in the past. She's not currently 17. She's pretty cute though, till she got sick and died.
あまりよく考えずに
I put into the lives of others without a second thought. I
絡
spend
まって
most
る
of
こ
my
とが
time
多
doing
いよう
nothing
でした
important.
けど
Her future is on the casting couch.
でも
True.
そんな私でもきっと頑
But
張
I
れ
believe
ば
that
夢
even
が
someone
叶う
like
って
me
信じて
can
る
make our dreams come true. With enough hard work. Isaragi Academy 5 years ago. The cherry blossoms were in bloom and the rustling wind carried with it the soft warmth of the season. Something like this. Look at the cherry blossoms. Yeah. Wowee. Look at that. Anyway. I was a high school senior now. I was devoting myself to my studies in preparation for the day my dream could become reality. And that dream was to become an English teacher. The worst of the fucking things you could teach. Great. My grades were on the fence for getting into the university I wanted though. So my best bet was to score a special recommendation for the academy. Wait, isn't she Japan though? So wouldn't it be like a Japanese teacher?
呼び出されたから
Or
何
do
事だと思
Japanese
ったよ
kids learn English? I don't know. Maybe she do. Ooh, that was a lucky break. When I got called to the office, I had no clue what it might be about.
ある日の放課後
After
私は
school one day, I
職員
was
室
summoned
に
to the
呼び出
teacher's
され
staff room.
何かヘマをやったのか
Do
と
the
か
teachers
成績
have...
が志望校に及
Whoa,
ばない
whoa, whoa,
とか
whoa, whoa.
そういう悪いことを言われるん
The
じゃないか
teachers don't just have a
ビクビクしてた
teacher
んだけど
room. Shut up, Yui. The teachers don't just have a teacher room. They have a full garden area with benches and a vending machine. What the fuck? This is fucking top tier teacher life. God damn. I was freaking out that maybe I'd failed or my grades weren't good enough for the school I wanted to go to. Or something terrible like that.
私の予想に反して
But it turned
呼
out
び
my
出され
fears
た
were all
要
for
件は
naught.
とてもいいものだった。うちの学園からは
You
ラ
have
イ
no
バル
rival in
が
our
なさ
academy,
そう
they
だ。
said. So if you
こ
keep
のまま
working
頑張れ
hard,
ば
we'll be
推
happy
薦
to
し
give
て
you a
やるぞ。
recommendation. Man, was that ever a pick me
なん
up.
かやる気出
I
てき
feel
ちゃ
like
っ
I could
た。
take on the world now.
この調子で頑
I'm
張ら
gonna
ない
have
と
to
ね。
make sure I don't let this chance slip me by.
と
So,
そ
this
れに
trash
して
can.
もゴミ
Why
箱
exactly is it
ど
so
うしてこんな
ridiculously
に
heavy
重たいん
again?
だろう。ゴミ捨て場まで持ってい
Carrying
く
this
のも
beast
一
to the
苦労
dumpster is gonna be the death of me.
な
Hey. Hmm?
突然声をかけら
Turned
れ
around,
た
still
ゴ
holding
ミ
the
箱を
garbage can.
抱
It
え
always
たまま
belonged to a
振り
male
返る
student I'd never spoken with
それ
before.
は
Seen him
今まで
around a lot,
話した
though.
ことのない男子彼は
His
7
name
組
was
の
Sukaza Mikuni. Class 7. Ooh. She gonna have a crush. Oh, man. Wow. He looks like a mix of Satoshi and actual fucking Chad, whatever his name is. Double Chad. He looks like a mix of the two. Anyway. His name was Sukaza Mikuni. Class 7.
そこ足
Watch
元
your step. There's a root sticking out of the
根っこが
ground
出て
here.
るから
It's
気を
pretty
つけ
easy
な
to trip on.
え
Huh? Ah. What? Ah.
あ
Ow. He told her as she tripped. What a Chad. Told you so. And then he laughs at her. What the fuck? Get out of here, Sukaza, you fucking dickhead.
ちょ
Hey, what's the big idea
Don't
laughing at
go
someone
out,
else's
Toko.
misfortune?
だってよ
Well, it's
もう
it's not funny.
そこはさ
Shouldn't you be asking
大
if
丈
I'm
夫か
okay or
聞い
something?
てくれとって
This man's an asshole. My bad, my
悪
bad.
悪い
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. This is dumb. I hate this
あ
guy.
いいよその
Oh, you don't have to
手が
help
汚れる
clean
の
up. You'll get your hands dirty.
別にいいよそんくら
Don't
い
worry about it. It's the least I can do after laughing like that.
ありがとう
Thanks.
うんこれ
No problem.
で全部拾い
That should
終
be
えた
everything, right? Yeah,
Oh, 大丈夫。
looks like it.
じゃ行くぞ
Cool. Let's go then.
え
Huh? Ah! I remember it well, even now. This is my first time talking with Sukaza, and he left a strong first impression on me.
ごめん重
It's
た
really
い
kind of you, isn't it? Heavy, though?
別に
Not especially.
やっぱり
I,
自分で
I'm the one assigned to take it. Maybe I should...
いいって
It's fine, really.
はい終
There, everything in its place.
ありがとう
Thank you so much. You're a huge help.
じゃあな
Catch you around.
あちょっと待って
Hey, hold up.
お
You wanna fuck?
これさせてよ
I feel like I should do something nice for you in return. Can I suck your
いい
dick?
よ女の
Don't worry
これく
about
らい
it.
で
Your thanks is plenty.
いいから
Look, just wait there a second, okay?
うん
She's going to kiss him or grab his penis.
友達が増える
Making a new friend is always great, but when it happens to be Sukaza Mikuni, it's all the better. He kind of been on my mind for a while. She goes, suck some dick.
よいしょ
There we go. Most of the times I'd seen Sukaza before this were in the middle school courtyard, or were in the school courtyard. He spent a lot of time there, sitting alone on a bench. Even after school or during summer vacation, if I happened to pass by, I would always see him there. After this little encounter, we'd go on to make many fond memories together. Yet somehow, the image of Sukaza that stands out most in my mind, him seated alone on that courtyard bench.
はいどうぞ
For you.
コーヒ
I
ー
hope
牛乳でよかった
Cafe Olay is all right.
まあ
Sure, I guess. Anything's fine, really. Thanks.
サンキュー
これは私か
You
ら
know,
の
it's
お礼なん
customary
だ
when
から
receiving a gift to
黙って
quietly
受けてくれれば
accept it without any offhanded remarks.
切りがたいよ
Well, aren't we a stickler for tradition? We walked to the bench together, sat down, and began making small talk. That courtyard bench was sort of a mystical place. The leaves rustled over your head, and if you closed your eyes and opened your ears, it felt as though you were in the middle of some forest. And then, if you looked straight up, the sunlight poured in through the leaves, and you almost felt like you were in another world.
初めて座っ
This is the first time I've ever actually sat on one of these benches.
なかなかいいだろ
It's pretty nice, right? It is. It's lovely.
だよな
Yeah, it really is. Oh, so is that why?
え
Huh?
この時間とか昼休みとか
you come here an awful
よく
lot,
ここ
right?
にい
Like
るでしょ
even after school and during summer vacation?
おう
I sure do.
この場所好きな
You
の
must
ね
really like this place then, huh?
まあね
Yeah, I guess I do.
そっか
Well then, there we go. The leaves rustled as a gentle breeze blew. Wait, the leaves rustled as a gentle breeze blew between us. Holy shit, words. We were both silent for a bit, but strangely, it didn't feel awkward or uncomfortable.
聞かないのか
So aren't you going to ask?
Ne?
Ask what?
いつも一人で何
I'm
して
always
んだ
doing here by myself or something? Hmm?
こ
I
の
was here
場
because
所
you
が
like
好
the
きだ
spot,
から
right?
いつもここに
そうだけどさ
Well, yeah.
他に何か
Is
理
there
由
some
があっ
other
たり
reason
するの
then?
ないよ
Not really.
じゃ
What
あ
would be
聞
the
く必
point
要
of
ない
me
じゃない
asking?
そうだけど
Well, you got me
Hold on.
there, but
普通聞くだろ。
people normally ask me if it's
一人で
boring
そん
me
な
here by
のつまら
myself
なく
or
ないか
tell me
と
they
か
don't get
意味
it.
わかんねえとか
Say I'm a weirdo
変わ
or
ってるな
something.
とか
Really? I don't know. I guess I just don't think of it that way. The way I see it, if you like it
一
here,
人で
then
いたって
why not
別
come
に
here
変じゃ
whenever you
ないよ
can?
ね
お前
Guess that makes you the weirdo then.
いや
What?
そんな顔しなくて
Hey,
も
don't make that face.
今の
But
は
for
俺
me,
的
that's a
褒め
compliment.
言葉だから
What? Calling someone a weirdo is supposed to be a compliment?
そうそう
You bet it is.
なんかなった
Not sure I buy that.
な
I like this character. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. You're mean. Expression on Kaza's face was a dead giveaway that he really enjoyed talking to me. I've always loved the feeling I get when I know my words help brighten someone's day. Must have been spouting one hell of a goofy smile at that moment.
本当はさ
Actually, there's a place
こ
in
の
the
学校
school
で
that I
もっ
like
と好
even
き
more
な
than
場所が
here.
あるんだよ
Oh?
どんなところ
Where's that?
秘密
I'm not telling.
え
What?
とっておきだから
It's
な
my special place.
ってことは
Which means it must be a
そこも超素敵
totally
な場所な
awesome
んだよね。
place, right?
あ
You good?
いいな
Aw,
どこ
I really want to
気
see
にな
it.
る
Come
よ
on. No way. I can't
そ
spill
う
the beans
簡
that
単に
easy.
は教えない
Besides, the view there isn't
それに
nearly as consistent.
いつでも見れるってもんじゃないんだ
司くんは笑いながら紙パック
Laughing,
のジュースを
Tsukasa finished up his drink, then
Bench
grabbed
から
the now empty trash
そし
can
て
he
目
carried to
の
the
前にあ
dumpster
っ
for
た
me.
ゴミ箱をひょいっとつかみ私
コーヒーをおごってもらったしな
Treating me to coffee, so please
ついでに
let me take
教
this
室ま
up
で
to the
運んでや
classroom
るよ
for you.
い
What?
いの
Are you sure?
ああ
You bet.
ありがとう
Thanks.
あ、私
I'm
の
in
クラス
class
4組だろ
class 4, if
知ってるよ。
I'm not mistaken.
シシドユイっつったら
You're the famous
有名だ
Yui
から
Shishido, after all. Huh? How
どう
did
して
you?
今から先生みたいな女子がいるって12クラス全部で有名だ
I
よ
don't think there's a student in any of our 12 classes who doesn't know your name. What?
それから私と
From then on,
司くんは
Tsukasa and I met
何
in
度
that
か
courtyard
中庭
many
で会って
times.
は話を
We
し
didn't really
た
talk in the halls, but
校
sometimes
舎の中で
or
はすれ
something
違
about
って
that
も
place
ほとん
spurred
ど
our
話すこと
conversation.
がないのに中庭では不思議と話が弾む
あまたお前コーヒー牛乳かよ
Cafe au lait again? Or cafe au lait again? Yep.
好きすぎだろコーヒー
Doesn't that
牛
get a
乳
little old?
そんなことないよ
Not really.
1日に最低
Drink
2
at
本
least
は飲
two
ん
a
でるくせ
day
に
though, right?
なんで知ってるの
Did you know that?
自販機でいつもそ
See
れ
with
買
my
っ
own
たの
eyes. It's a perfect view of that
Okay.
vending machine from here, after all.
え
There is?
ほらそっち見て
Yeah, I mean, it's right there.
本当だ
Oh wow, no
昼
kidding.
休みも放課後も
Doesn't matter if it's after school or summer break, Kishido buying coffee lay is like old faithful. You set your watch by it.
そんなことを言った
Well,
ら
then I guess we're
私
even,
だって
since I always
司
see
くん
you
がこ
sitting
こ
on
の
this
ベンチ
bench.
に座ってるのいつも見てたよ
いや知ってるけど
What? You're back on
な
that
んで
again.
また言う
えっと
Sure am.
お互い
Guess I just can't find it. I guess I just find it interesting that we both took notice of each other's quirky habits.
なんだそれ。
Weirdo.
中庭での会話は
Our conversations in the courtyard were usually just silly. It's like talking to a good friend in class. Shallow, but genuinely enjoyable.
あまり中身がなくて、でもすごく楽しくて、この場所
It's always so cool here, even in summer.
夏とか言うな。
Ah, don't mention summer.
あれ
Huh? Why? You don't like it?
夏季講習
Not
が
with
目
summer
前に
school right
迫っ
around
て
the
たら。
corner. That'd be enough to make anyone run for the hills. Guess so, but we're seniors now. It comes with the territory, you know? Time for fun and games is over.
遊んではいられないよね。
お前は随分と
I
楽し
don't
そう
know.
だけ
Seem
ど。
like you're still having a lot of fun to me.
私は
Well,
夢に
I'm a bit
近
of a
づい
special
てる
case.
っ
I'm
て
just
実感
happy
できて
because I feel
嬉
like
し
my
いよ。
dream might actually come true.
私
Oh?
ね、人に勉強を教えるのを好きな
I
んだ。
just enjoy teaching things to people. Having others depend on me.
なんで？
Why's that?
お姉さんになった
I
感
guess
じ
it
がする
makes
か
me
ら
feel like
か
a
な。
big sister or something.
私一人っ
Since
子
I'm
だ
an
し。
only child, you know.
ああ。
Oh, okay. Well,
まあ。
good luck with
頑張
that
れ
then.
ば
はすっごいどうでも良さそう。
That's about as dismissive a comment as you can get.
だって人事だしな。
Hey, not like I can do anything about it, you know?
そんなことを言いながら
Despite his occasional
司くんはやっぱり優し
boorishness,
かった。
I still felt that Tsukasa was a kind
私
soul.
の夢を笑ったり
Nothing
はし
else,
なかっ
he
たから
never actually laughed at my dream.
先生になりたい。
In a high school
夢を話
crowd, most people don't take you very seriously when you say you're trying to become a teacher.
あまり真剣にだけど
Tsukasa just wasn't like most people, I guess. The season was quickly turning to autumn. Yui is sad. After the school day ended, the senior floor was always a lot more quiet than its underclassmen counterparts. Everyone was off studying hard at the library with tutors. One day, thinking no one else was around, I sat down in a lonely corner of the hallway. Initially, I grabbed my shoes and left the classroom, intending to head home, but along the way I just started crying. I was overwhelmed. My sobs echoed from one end of the hallway to the other. That day, I finally received a special recommendation to my top choice university. I was so excited I just wanted to tell someone, so I told my friend Tomo, but her usually supportive demeanor took on a somewhat harsher edge. Quit rubbing it in my face. You know I'm still totally undecided on my future, right? My expression must have changed pretty drastically. Tomo's eyes suddenly widened and she quickly apologized. So I smiled and told her I didn't care. That's what I said anyway. But how could I care? Tomo's dismissive words struck me like a dagger in my chest. I'm so insensitive sometimes. I wonder if everyone else feels the same way about me. I kept wiping the tears from my eyes, only for new ones to take their place immediately. Why didn't I think of this sooner? So many people were still facing uncertain futures with no real goals in mind. I was completely oblivious to it. I was the one with a dream, running around like the cock of the walk and blabbing about my successes and aspirations. I wouldn't blame them if they hated me. Could someone that insensitive to the feelings of so many other people really become a teacher? Did I ever even have what it takes to begin with?
Shishido?
Shishido. Quickly turned toward the voice that called up to me and found Tsukasa standing there. We never said a word before when passing each other in the hall, but he spoke to me that day with no reservations, as if we were old chums. Tsukasa.
すごい顔だぞ。
Your face is a mess. You have a handkerchief? Yeah.
じゃあ、顔
Wipe your face. Okay.
司くんが戸惑って
Kaza's
いる
concern
空気
and
が
confusion was
ひし
clearly
ひしと
written
伝わ
on
っ
his
てき
face.
た。
I didn't want to
彼
cause
を
him any
困ら
trouble
せ
or
たく
worry
な
him,
かったか
so
ら
I began to frantically wipe
私
my
は
eyes.
こぼれ落ちていこうとする涙を必死に拭ぐ。
何かあったのか？
And something happened? I know, right? What's this about the fucking horror game, by the way? How long is this? What's my uptime? Social do exclamation point uptime. Tell me how long this bullshit's been going on. No, everything's fine.
何かあったからそん
An
なに
hour.
泣けんだろ
Fucking A. Crying an awful lot for someone who's got no problems.
これは
An hour of horror. This is true horror. You want to see something real scary?
気まずくなっちゃ
This bullshit. No, it's just there's a little misunderstanding between a friend and I.
でもすぐに
We
仲直り
patched
し
it
た
up
から
right away.
大
So it's
丈夫
all right, really.
これ
These
は
are,
さ
you know, something
あ
like
そ
tears
う
of happiness,
嬉し
I
涙
guess.
みたいなものだから
Hmm.
あ嬉し涙っ
Yep.
て言えばね
See, I just found out I got
私
that recommended.
推薦枠に入れることになっ
Not sure if I did it out of respect for Tsukasa or just because I wanted to change the subject, but cut myself off mid-sentence. I was doing it again. What was I thinking? Not even Tsukasa was going to hate me for being a braggart. Hell, I hated myself. I was the worst, just the worst. But,
マジか
whoa, really? He was happy for me? A bit taken aback, I nodded firmly.
やったじゃんか
You did it
お
then,
めでとう
congrats! Crying an awful lot for someone with no problems. Okay, but that's a good quote, Lamau, true? Yeah, thanks.
ありが
Hmm?
ありが
Thank you. Oh, Yui's very sad because somebody's being supportive. So what's with the waterworks? Tsukasa like, girls are weird. Even with the recommendation, you still have to take an entrance exam, right? Yeah.
嬉し泣きする
So
ほど
isn't it a little
喜ぶに
early to be
は
crying
まだ
tears of
早い
joy? Yeah, maybe so. I was just
そう
really
やっ
happy
て
that you
おめ
congratulated
で
me.
とうって言ってもらえたからなんか
たく
Oh, come on now.
ごめんね
Sorry.
何が
For what?
泣いたりして
For crying like this without
わ
even
けわ
knowing
かんな
why.
いよね
そう思ってんなら
If you don't know why you're doing it, then how about you hurry up and dry those eyes? Sure. I think I'm fine now anyway.
たく
I swear. As I rubbed my swollen eyes, a smile broke through. Tsukasa let out an exasperated sigh. Then, as if suddenly remembering something, his eyes lit up.
そうだ獅子堂
Oh, hey,
ちょっ
wait
と
here a
待ってろ
sec. Okay. He's gonna get her a coffee. He's gonna get her a coffee, isn't he? I'm gonna be so happy. He's holding something.
お前にこれや
Here,
る
I
よ
want you to have this. Pencil? Oh, it's a pencil, never mind. That's more boring. In his outstretched hand rested a short, stubby little pencil. That sort of thing you'd expect someone to go out of their way to lend you. It was pocked here and there with small scratches, but it still seemed to be in relatively decent shape considering how obviously well worn it was.
受験必勝
Pencil
鉛
for
筆
guaranteed success.
受験必修
Guaranteed success?
これ使うと試験に
Use
受
it
か
on
る
your
んだよ
test and you'll pass for sure.
え
What? Really? A fucking pencil, yep.
如月学園に
Yep.
受かるのは難しい
They
って
told me
言わ
I'd
れた
never
俺
pass the
は
entrance
これ
exam
使
for
って受かったんだから間違い
Kiras,
ないよ
wait, Kisaragi Academy, but well, here I am, and I know it all with this pencil.
じゃあこれ
So this is the same pencil you were using back when you took your high school application test? They gave up to her a beat-up 2-cent pencil. Hell yeah.
そう経験
Sure is.
新たかな
Really
鉛筆だ
jerked
ぜ
out a miracle. Excuse me? Sure is. I really jerked off a miracle. What the fuck is that sentence?
霊言
I assume you mean worked out a miracle, right? Not that that's a thing either. Thank you, Yui. Really yanked a miracle. Really just smacked one out, you know?
それだ
Yeah, that. At any rate,
それじゃあ
I'll happily take you up in your kind
あり
offer.
がとう
Thanks.
言っとくけど
But listen,
貸す
I'm
の
only
は
lending
推
it to
薦
you
入試
until
ま
you
でだか
finish your
らな
test.
一般入
Left
試
you
の
it
時は
back
俺が
effort
使
so
う
I
か
can
ら
use it for my
返して
entrance
もらう
exams. Really just pulled one out, really tugging it.
だから
And whatever you do, don't fail the
絶対受か
exam.
るよ
Right.
鉛 筆を受け取り
I took the pencil and nodded, smiling. This time, Tsukasa returned my
司
smile.
君も笑ってくれた
人の気持ちまで勝手
You're
に
a really unique person, you know that? It's hard to believe how much you let other people's problems get to you. You make an amazing
お前み
teacher.
たい
What? For a moment, I had no idea what he was talking about, but then it hit me. Tsukasa had somehow sussed out from our conversation that I was crying because I upset Tomo. And he was turning that fact around to offer me encouragement.
頑張れよ
Good luck. Don't let it get to you. Flutter. Wait, what is that? What is the action of fluttering? How does one flutter? Alexa, how does one flutter?
This might answer your question. The movie Flutter has an IMDb rating of 5.2.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, define flutter as an action word.
Here's something I found on the web. According to Informer.com, Flutter is a movement recognition tool that will allow you to perform certain actions, play/pause, on iTunes, Spotify, VLC, and QuickTime.
Alexa, stop. Okay, great. Glad technology has gone this far. I heard you shouldn't wish someone luck in times of stress, as it just adds more pressure. That's why people tell actors to break a leg instead.
けれど私は
But I didn't care. Taboo or no, I cherish his kind words.
私
I'll do my best,
頑
Tsukasa.
張るね
お
Glad to hear it.
この日から私は
That's when I really started to
ど
fall
ん
for
どん
him.
司君に惹かれていった彼は全然そっけなくて
Didn't seem like he noticed in there. Wasn't really any indication that he felt the same way anyway. Yeah, there totally is. He's like super into you. Shut up, Yui. I can still clearly recall the events of that day even now. It was October, the day before my entrance exam. He gon' die. Oh no, he gon' die or some shit, ain't he? The weather outside was frightful, but the fire, it was so delightful. He fell in and died. The weather outside had been miserable since morning, and visibility was all but non-existent. It would be a bad omen if I were to slip and fall on the day before the exam, so I decided I'd wear boots to school, just to be safe.
行ってきます
See you later. Huh? When I opened the door, I was shocked to see a white-haired old woman lying on the ground, soaked to the bone. Did we find a dead body? Question mark. I frantically rushed over to her side.
おばあさん
Are you
大丈夫
okay?
ですかしっかりしてくださ
Stay
い
with me. Come on. Tell me what happened. You should probably get her, like, out of the road before you try to talk to her, but what do I know?
ま
Was
た
it a hit
逃
and
げと
run?
か
The road running by my house is narrow and mostly used only by our neighbors. But it's not like it was closed off to outside traffic or anything, so a hit and run wasn't out of the question. I looked over the old woman's body as best I could. Fortunately, there were no signs of any serious injury and nothing of great value to steal.
よかった
Doesn't seem like a car accident, at least. Young lady.
はい
Yes? You must not go to school today.
学校へ行ってはならん
What? You absolutely must not go.
行ってはならん
Huh? The old woman raised herself up slightly and spoke hoarsely. From the tone in her voice, she seemed terribly desperate.
あの
But I have to. Today's my last chance to
今
practice
日
for a
は
college
面
entrance
接の
interview.
最後の練習があってね
No, just stay home.
で
Don't
はならん
go.
と言っている
I'm confused.
そういう
I
わ
have
け
to
にはい
go.
かない
The interview is the part of the
面
exam
接は
I'm worst
私が
at.
一番苦手とする試験だからそれよりおば
Please
あちゃ
tell
ん
me
ど
what's
うした
wrong.
の
Where's your
お
family?
家の人は
Will you
どうしても
will you go no
行
matter
く
what?
というのか
Yeah. In that case, please. Not knowing what to say, I nodded apprehensively as the old woman began digging through her pockets. She produced what looked to be a crumpled scrap of paper. As she was digging around, I noticed that her breathing had become dangerously ragged and began considering my options to assist her. Really, I should have gone back into the house and called my mom. But there was something about her that kept me glued to the spot. I sensed desperation hiding in that unbroken gaze. You must take this. What is it? A charm. A charm? The old woman clutched my wrist and forcefully pressed the scrap of paper into my palm. Tilting my head, I unfolded the scrap and looked carefully at it. At first, I thought I'd just been handed a piece of trash. What? But when I unfolded it all the way, I saw that it was actually a paper doll in the shape of a human being. And there was a name written on its torso. Yui Shishido. Yes, my name, written plain as day in easily legible brushstrokes. Why is my name on it? So it can protect you. Huh? If you don't write the name of the person you should protect, the charm won't work. Crazy. This was all crazy. I didn't understand any of it, save for one simple fact. This old woman was here specifically to give me this strange paper charm. As far as I was aware, we were total strangers to one another, but she clearly knew both my name and my address. No. I'm sorry, I know you came a long way to give this to me, but I don't want it. You don't want it? As I extended my arm to return the paper doll, I could sense her entire demeanor had changed. She raised her body up unsteadily from the wet asphalt. Why not? Well, I nearly killed myself bringing this to you. Why would no one listen to me? You must not enter Heavenly Host Elementary without this charm. But Heavenly Host Elementary? Yes, you must not go. Don't go. As the old woman cried out, the paper doll fluttered lightly down to the ground. Almost instantaneously, it became soaked through with rainwater, and my name began to run and quickly turned into an illegible black smudge. Seeing this, the old woman grabbed and tore at her hair. No, the charm, the way out, has been lost. Ma'am, please calm down. Listen, let's not go to Heavenly Host Elementary. Might just been some mistake. My school is Kisaragi Academy High. I've never even heard of Heavenly Host Elementary. Ma'am? Oh God. Mom, come quick. What's wrong? An old woman collapsed in front of our house. Call an ambulance. Okay. Paramedics arrived in a matter of minutes. The old woman seemed to be unconscious by that point, however, the EMTs brought out a stretcher. Do either of you know this woman? No, she just collapsed in front of our house. We've never seen her before. Alright. Did you be willing to ride with her in the ambulance? The idea of making this old woman go to the hospital by herself just seemed like it would have been a shameful thing to do. Sure, she was a stranger, but we'd had a lengthy conversation mere minutes before, so I couldn't very well say we had nothing to do with one another. Yui, you need to get to school. What? But don't worry, I'll go with you to the hospital. You have to practice for the interview today, right? Yeah, I guess I do. Thanks, Mom. I'll leave it with you then. Good luck. I was a little hesitant, but I knew I really had to go to school today no matter what. JFC? What does that mean? It's at least a little bit creepy now. So I left the strange woman in my mom's care and heading towards school, walked right by her stretcher. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, okay. Well, no, it's getting there now, though. Yeah. Suddenly a hand rose from the limp form of the old woman and grabbed my skirt. Startled, I tried to jump away, but found myself ensnared by her terrible bloodshot eyes. You must not go! Ah! After school, once my final practice interview had concluded, I reunited with my friends and engaged in the usual regimen of gossip and small talk. Can you believe that? That's really scary. What the hell was wrong with her? When I described the events of that morning, everyone's eyebrows rose. They were hanging on my every word and yelping in unison at key moments. Yui, maybe you should have stayed home today after all. Actually, I'm not fixing that message. Well, I had that practice interview. I couldn't miss that, you know. I just hope nothing bad happens. Oh, come on. What could happen? Oh, you know what? When you mentioned Heavenly Host Elementary, I thought it sounded kind of familiar, and I just realized why. You know the Seven Wonders, right? Seven Wonders? You mean those urban legends about Kisaragi? Yeah, those. Does Heavenly Host Elementary have some connection to them? One of the stories is called Yoshi After School. Ever heard of it? Definitely not. I've never heard of it either. What's it about? Well, it takes place at Heavenly Host Elementary, which once occupied the same plot of land where Kisaragi Academy now stands. Oh, okay. It said that one day after school, a female teacher who had been patrolling the grounds slipped and fell down the stairs and died. The accident took place on a rainy October day, just like this one occurred just after 7 at night. Supposedly, Yoshi still appears on days like this. Ever unaware she died at Heavenly Host these many years ago, she now walks the halls of Kisaragi Academy, believing them to be her own. Ooh, come on. No, is it true? Well, it wouldn't be one of the Seven Wonders if someone hadn't actually seen it happen, right? That's really creepy. Why don't you head home, Yui? You're the only one who doesn't live nearby, so we can't walk with you. Given the stuff that old woman said to you? Yeah, it's always been to heed the warnings of the elderly. You might be right. Still feeling kind of on edge. Probably best I go home and check in with Mom. I'll see you guys later then. Bye! See ya! Take care. Give it everything you got tomorrow. Smell you later. I will. Quickly packed up my things and rushed out of the classroom. It's already about 5. It was getting dark out, but if Kana's story was to be believed, I had until 7 before anything bad might happen. As I continued wedging my way down the corridor, I just kept telling myself there's nothing to be afraid of. Even so, it felt like it took an extra long time to reach the shoe lockers. Man, I'm such a scaredy cat. What? Oh, hey Shishido. Tsukasa. Heading home? Yup. What's with the big grin? It's nothing. Hey, why don't we walk together? At least part of the way. Huh? Sure, I don't mind. Great. When I looked at Tsukasa's face, my fear vanished. If but for a moment, these are the times when it's really nice to have the boys around, I thought. Felt that as long as he was by my side, nothing bad could happen. Didn't hurt that I had a crush on him, of course. The rain had let up since that morning, though it was still coming down. Two of us walked side by side, umbrellas held high. Tsukasa was talking and laughing excitedly the whole time, whereas I probably came off as preoccupied. I'm sure it was awkward. A vague sense of fear flickered inside me, and it was making me extraordinarily self-conscious. I'm certain it must have been reflected in my behavior.
Shishido?
Yoshido. Hmm? You're kind of pale. Did something happen? Hey. Yeah, something scary happened. Something scary. I probably seemed really on edge. Tsukasa was staring at me with this look of abject concern on his face. I was a little relieved that he'd asked, though, and felt good to tell him about what happened. Filled him in on all the details and explaining how they related to Kana's ghost story. Did my absolute best to convey the dread I was feeling. But Tsukasa was, well... So wonders if he's already high, huh? Yeah. So you actually believe in that stuff? Sometimes I wish I could see the world through your eyes. What? You don't think it's scary? It's weird, sure, but I wouldn't call it scary. I wouldn't worry about that old woman said to you. I'm sure it's just coincidence. He's trying to cheer you up is what he's doing, and you're gonna get offended by it, and it's gonna mess up your whole friendship, but it'd be better not to dwell on it either way. Yeah, Tsukasa's just trying to cheer you up. You being a dumb girl right now. Yui, he's just trying to cheer you up. I mean, yeah, your encounter with her sounds like it was kind of unsettling, but she's probably just a little off, you know? That's not the issue here. Huh? I wasn't asking you to solve my problems for me. Look, I just wanted to vent, okay? I just wanted you to listen. What do you mean? That's what I've been doing. No, not like that. I don't get it. Are you angry about something? Guys always do this. It varies from person to person, of course, but guys invariably jump right into looking for solutions to your problem or giving you advice of what to do. As a result, girls often can't be totally honest with them, or don't want to be, at any rate, and are forced just to bottle up their feelings. I only want Tsukasa to share in some of my fears. If he were scared with me, that would have been enough. I didn't realize that Tsukasa telling me not to worry was his way of showing concern. I just thought he was brushing me off, and frankly that annoyed me. My mind flashed back and over again to the face, the eyes, and the hoarse voice of that old woman. Amplified and distorted by the ghost story, these images gradually darkened my mood. Maybe I was traumatized by these events I'd experienced, or maybe I was just frustrated and needed to lash out. I don't know. But for the first time ever, things have become decidedly uncomfortable between the two of us. Okay, well, this is me. Right. Shishido. He called out my name as I briskly walked away. I didn't really know why I was so angry or confused, but I did notice that his voice was tinged with concern. If anything should happen, feel free to contact me. I considered turning back for a second, but changed my mind and pushed forward in a huff, leaving him behind. I'm home. Yui, welcome back. Greeted me at the door. My mother wore a somber expression. I could tell right away that something had happened. I stared at her with scrunched eyebrows for an awkwardly long time before she eventually reluctantly opened her mouth to speak. About that old woman from this morning. Yeah? The hospital contacted me. She passed away a short while ago. No. I'm so sorry. You need to stay focused on tomorrow's exam now, though. Yeah. We should put this unpleasantness behind us. I'm getting dinner started now, so how about you go get changed? Okay, I'll be in my room. I'll call you. I watched my mom work her way back to the kitchen and wriggled out of my shoes. My mood had darkened even more. Tsukasa's attitude was bad enough, but for that old woman to have died. Returning to my room, I couldn't muster the energy to do anything but collapse in my chair and sprawl out on the desk. You must not go. The last thing the old woman had said to me echoed again and again in my mind. I began wishing I'd taken her more seriously. I should have accepted the paper doll and thanked her. I should have reassured her I wouldn't go to Heavenly Host Elementary. I mean, the place didn't even exist anymore, for goodness sake. I was exhausted. It was a hell of a day, and I no longer even had the energy to move. I needed to change out of my school clothes, but still sprawled out over the desk. My eyelids drooped and closed. It was out. I was out. I woke with a start. The air in my room had gotten notably cooler, and I was shivering. I must have fallen asleep. Rubbing my eyes, I glanced at my clock. The needles indicated it was 6:45. It's already this late. It was black outside my window, streaked with lines from the still pouring rain. Sure hope it's sunny tomorrow. Sunny for my exam. The weight of what the next day held for me came rushing into my mind. I practiced the interview process with my teachers quite thoroughly, but I was still really nervous. Okay, I need to make sure I'm ready for tomorrow. There was still a little time before dinner. My mind swimming, I decided I'd take this opportunity to clean out all the notes and textbooks I wouldn't need tomorrow for my bag. Let's see, student ID needs to stay, obviously. A handkerchief and tissues. I'm gonna make sure I don't forget my exam ticket. Oh, my pen case. Huh? Oh crap, where's my pen case? Did I leave it at school? My face suddenly went pale. Really, I shouldn't have been too concerned over writing implements. We had tons at home. But that case held the pencil that Tsukasa had given me for guaranteed success in my exam. She's gonna go back to school, and it's gonna be 7 p.m., and we're gonna see some ghosts. Calling it. I'm psychic, baby. I have to go get it. Here we go. Hey, Mom, I stepped into school, so I'm going back for a sec. What? But dinner's almost ready. It's okay, I'll come right home. Alright, it's still raining though, so be careful. I will. That pencil is one thing I absolutely needed to bring with me to the test. And so without hesitation, I ran back down the road to school. I was sprinting as close to full speed as I could get without slipping in the downpour. All the while, the numbers on my bedroom clock ran through my mind. 6:45, and if Kastor was to believe, he believed, Yoshi haunted the school building at 7. As soon as I arrived at the gate, I glanced up at the large clock adorning the schoolhouse. It was now 6:55. Yoshi after school, I went over the whole scenario in my head again, best I could recall it. After classes on a rainy day in October, 7 in May. That old woman somehow noticed what happened? Get a hold of yourself, Yui. It's just some old campfire tale. I was talking to myself, reprimanding myself in an effort to quell the fear that was welling up in the pit of my stomach. There wasn't a soul to be seen on the grounds. By this time, all the students had gone home. I wondered if any teachers were even still around. Fortunately, the lights were all still on, and it was bright enough that I felt confident I could make it to the class without freaking out. Okay, I'll just run up, grab the case, then come right back down. Folded up my soaked umbrella and left it on the rack by the entrance, and changed into my indoor shoes. Then, entering the brightly lit hall, I took another look around. Guess I was right. Nobody's home. My deep sigh echoed through the deathly silent corridor. Ordinarily, the din of other students would drown out noises like this, but every little sound was coming through crystal clear at this late hour. I need to hurry, it's almost 7. I nervously sauntered toward classroom 3-4, picking up speed as it occurred to me to do so. About that old woman from this morning. She passed away a short while ago. Said that one day after school, a female teacher, yeah, we're just flashbacking to things we've already read.
吉江さんが出るんだって天神小学校がなくなってしまったことに気づいていない
Jeez, what the hell's wrong with me?
考えてるのよ
Why am I letting this
私
bother me so much? Sukasa's right. I shouldn't dwell on
朝
this.
くんも言ってたじゃない
Yeah. Lightning flash and thunder resounded with impeccable timing. I jumped in spite of myself.
とにかく
I just need to hurry up these stairs, grab the pancakes, and get the hell out of this creepy building. No ghosts should show up in a well-lit building like this, right? And even if they did, they wouldn't be very scary under all these bright
あの
lights.
ペンケースに入ってる
I
鉛筆
absolutely need that
明
pest
日
for
の
tomorrow's
試験に
test.
どうしても言ったってあれは
My good luck charm,
司
after
くん
all.
がくれ
It's
たお
from
守りなん
Tsukasa.
だもの
Picked up the pace as I continued to head straight for room 34. Good sound. Thank you. Wow, game. That's right in my ear. Now it's in my other ear. Thanks.
中等部の方
I'm
は
not
もう
uncomfortable.
真っ暗だな
Middle school's already pitch black.
やっぱり誰もいない
Guess
んだ
there's really is no one else around right now.
それにしても
And this
今
hallway
日はい
feels
つも
longer
この
today
廊
than
下
it
が
ever
長い
has
感じ
before.
がする
Was it always like this?
ただ
Can't
でさえ
imagine
こ
I'd
の
ever
廊
be
下
on
で遅
time
刻し
if
そう
it
になる
were.
くらいなのに
I continued my brisk walk down the impossibly long hallway toward my goal, jumping every now and again whenever another thunderclap sounded. Kisaragi Academy was comprised of both a middle school and a high school. And this evening, it really felt like it was flaunting its massive size. It helped that my classroom was in the high school ring, which happened to be past the middle school, making it seem that much farther away.
いつもは賑やかな場
When a
所が
building
こんな
that's
にも静
usually
か
so
に
full of life goes completely
余
quiet,
計に物
it
寂
becomes
しい
such
気
a
がす
lonely
るな
place.
雨の音が
I
や
swear
け
I
に
can hear
大
every
きく
drop of
聞こえる
rain.
よ
I was focusing on the scant few sounds around me as I paced down that long, lonely corridor. Then, all of a sudden, I heard a faint noise, as of someone playing an organ.
今の
Oh, that's normal. That was just my imagination, right? I mean, it had to be.
こんな時間に音楽室で
There's
楽器
no
を
way
鳴らす
anyone would
人
still
なん
be
て
here
い
practicing,
るわけな
right?
いし
Took a deep breath, trying to calm my nerves. It's probably the sounds of the rain, wind, and thunder mixing together. Just sounded like an organ, that's all. I was convinced. I kept walking. But then, I heard the same noise again. This time much more clearly. It was unmistakable. No way.
やだ
I was paralyzed with fear. My heart was pounding as if it were struggling to break free of someone's sinister grip.
きっと
It,
まだ吹
it's
奏
probably
楽
just
部の
some
ことか
devoted member of
先
the
生
band
が
or
残って弾いて
teacher
る
who's
のに
working late. I'm just being
そうだ
stupid.
そうに決まってるよ
Thinking about it, I vaguely recalled someone mentioning an upcoming performance by the Wind Instrument Club. I guess an organ would qualify. Somebody must have just stayed late to practice, that's all.
何で
I
も
can't get
か
that
んで
damn
も怖い
ghost story
話
out of
に
my
直
head.
結させちゃいけない
Took another deep breath and tried again to calm my overly jittery
な
nerves.
怖いと思ったら
Anything
何
can
で
be
も
scary if you
怖
think
く
of
思
this.
えるものだよね
I heard that if you let your imagination run too wild, fear can even make you see things that aren't there. And my imagination was most definitely running wild.
あとちょっとで教室だから
Almost
もうちょっ
there.
と行こ
Might
う
as well sprint the rest of the way. Decided to dash towards the classroom so I could get out of this hall as quickly as possible. Finally, reaching the familiar door, I swiftly opened it and flicked on the lights.
やっとたどり着いた
Alright, I made it. And I just have to be
あとは
absolutely
ペンケ
certain
ー
I
スを
don't
忘れないようにしなく
leave
ちゃ
here without the pancakes again. Thanks to all my unexpected pauses to freak out over thunder and lightning, took me for longer than it should have to get here. It was already well past 7.
7時か
7 o'clock, huh? It was the appointed time when the ghost of a teacher was supposed to appear, at least according to the school legend.
何も
No
ないじゃ
undead
ない
educators here. I let out a sigh of relief and relaxed my shoulders a bit. The lights were on both sides of the classroom and out in the hallway. Sure, it was still dead silent, but the fear I'd been feeling had completely melted away.
全然怖く
Yeah,
ないよ
there's nothing to be afraid of.
やっぱり
Seven wonders aren't
七
real.
不思議だなんて嘘だったんだな
I grabbed the pen case I'd come back for and shoved it into my pocket.
よしこれで任務完
Okay,
了だね
mission accomplished. With my long ordeal behind me, more or less, I looked around the classroom and let out another sigh. I'd only ever known this classroom when it was bustling with activity, and thus found it eerie silence and utter stillness to be oddly fascinating. It's just a strange feeling being alone in a classroom like this. I got the idea in my head to try doing something I normally wouldn't be able to do, like standing at the teacher's podium and writing on the blackboard. Chances like this don't come around too often, after all. To me, the area behind that podium, which teachers conducted lessons, was like a sacred space. I dreamed of standing there myself one day. Could hardly resist its pull when presented with a rare opportunity like this. Well, no one's looking. My classmates, this would seem like such a silly, stupid dilemma. But what didn't change the way I felt at that moment? Should I or shouldn't I? A choice, chat. We made it, baby. Let's stand at the teacher's podium. What's the worst that could happen? How can I pass this up? It's a chance to feel like a real teacher. I decided I had to try it. During daily cleanups and such, I'd come and gone from the spot countless times. But this was the first time I'd ever had an opportunity to just stand here and preside over the classroom. So this is how it looks to be a teacher, huh? It's kind of awe-inspiring. God damn it! Ugh. Getting a teacher's point of view, in the most literal sense, was starting to get me really fired up. It may seem silly now, but this was my stage. This is where all my dreams would play out. Someday. I began to imagine the future that awaited me. Painstakingly detailing some new piece of knowledge for students sitting attentively at their desks. Gliding chalk across the board, filling it with information to aid them in their studies. I sure hope I can make the cut one of these days. I was getting so excited that even I began to think my behavior was a little strange. I hear the organ. Maybe it was the juxtaposing of these joyous, freeing visions of the prickling dread I'd been feeling up until that just a minute or two before. But then, in the blink of an eye, one of these two conflicting emotions completely overpowered the other. Power's out. Great. Crap, is this a blackout? Suddenly my surroundings were bathed into darkness. Going stiff with shock, I stumbled back a step. My back struck the blackboard with a dull thud. What awful timing. I instinctively grabbed hold of the rail where the eraser sat. I felt chalk dust against my fingertips. My panicked heartbeat was making it difficult to breathe. Was this caused by the thunderstorm? If so, it sure picked a fine time to turn the lights out on me. And what's more, I could still hear the sound of that organ, but no, it's an electric organ. That's not even possible with no power. You must not go, says the old woman. Was this what the old woman was trying to warn me about? It's impossible. She was no fortune teller or psychic. As far as I was aware, how could she possibly have known this would happen? Hell, even if she were a fortune teller or psychic, predicting the future is the stuff of science fiction. I shook my head. I need to calm down. Maybe it's just this wing that lost power, and the music room is still okay. That seems plausible, right? Curled my chalk-dusted fingers into a fist and silently tried to talk some sense into myself. Gotta get out of here. I shouldn't have been playing teacher. I should have been in and out by now. Cursing myself a little, I fumbled my way through the darkened classroom. I spent so much time in here, you'd think I'd be able to find my way out with my eyes closed, as if it were. Sadly, that wasn't the case. Smashing loudly into a desk, I knocked it on its side and began tumbling after it, instinctively grabbing at others' desks around me for support. Oof. Damn it, sounds like I knocked a lot of stuff out of that desk. Guess I'll need to put everything back. Still fumbling around blindly, I gathered up all the scattered notes, textbooks, and writing utensils. Ugh, can't tell what's what. It's so embarrassing. What the heck am I doing anyway? Wasn't I supposed to be hurrying home? I'm such a klutz. Let out a sigh. I seem to be doing that a lot lately. Okay, this is a textbook and this is a notebook, right? I was trying to take inventory of all the things I'd knocked out of the desk, then realized why. Might as well just stand it up and put all the stuff back in. Couldn't possibly organize it properly in absolute darkness. Better just to apologize tomorrow to whoever sits there. Not that that was a particularly pleasant prospect. Explaining what I'd done wouldn't be easy, and no matter how I sugarcoated it, it would serve as a clear indication of my clumsiness. If I didn't say anything, it's not like I'd be found out, but that would be the same as lying as far as I'm concerned. And I couldn't do that. Okay, I think I got everything. Placed my hand against the floor and swept it around, feeling for anything I might have missed. And I found something, alright. Ew, gross. What is this? It's all slimy. Clearly brushed my fingers across something, but I had no idea what. There was no notebook or writing implement, though, that's for sure. Why would anybody have something like this in their desk? Maybe it had been on the floor all along. What is this stuff? I rubbed my sticky fingertips a bit deeper into the wet spot, then brought my hand up close to my face so I could get a better look at what was there. What on earth did I just touch? Yeah. There was a flash of lightning almost immediately, joined by a roaring thunderclap. And with it, just for a split second, the pitch-black classroom was lit up bright as day. God, is that blood? I shot to my feet, utterly mortified. In that split second, I'd gotten a very good look at my fingers, and it really did seem as if they were covered in blood. But it wasn't just my hand. No, it was my peripheral vision. If my peripheral vision were to be trusted, it looked like the entire classroom was stained a deep, dark crimson. Crap. Kind of smells like blood in here, too. Without thinking, I backed away from where I'd been crouching. I tried rationalizing what I saw. How could a whole classroom become a bloodbath like this? Did something spill? Did someone stumble in here injured? This is impossible. It can't be. I mean, how? My whole body was quaking. I fled from the classroom. Or rather, I tried to flee. What? Why won't it open? No, please no. I don't remember locking it. It isn't locked, so why can't I get it open? I pulled on the door handle again and again in a frenzy. I was pulling so hard it felt like my fingernails might tear loose. But it just wouldn't budge. Why? Please. I was absent-mindedly grabbing at my hair with one hand and slammed my fist on a nearby desk with the other. I mean, that's fucking real spooky action, I know, right? This is a nightmare. Please, no, what's going on? Silence saturated the inky blackness of the room. I took several deep breaths in an effort to restrain my pounding heart. Calm down. I have to calm down. I'm probably just panicking because the door won't open. I'm sure I just misidentified whatever that is on the floor. I mean, it's preposterous, right? There's no way something like that could be. I was certain that when I saw what it actually was come morning, it ended up being something totally random, like someone's old soda-stained gym clothes. That has to be it, yeah. I probably just brushed against somebody's paint for art class or something. My imagination was just running wild because I was panicking. The door probably just had something caught in it, that's all. I decided to check out that hypothesis by feeling my way across the door and determined if anything was jutting out from any of the cracks. Damn, not sure I could do this without being able to see. Fumbled around the gaps in the door, but I just couldn't make anything out what that would be doing this. And the classroom's rear exit seemed a world away. Maybe there's another way out of here. No, this was the third floor. I couldn't get out of this classroom without exiting into the hallway. Let me out. I want out. Still at a loss, I noticed a sudden flash of light through the hallway window. But the glass was only translucent, so I couldn't be sure of its source. Is somebody out there? Then, there came the distinctive clomp, clomp, clomp of footsteps. Well, of course, it must be the custodian. I recalled the existence of a custodian who was always patrolled the school grounds. I was sure he must have been taking a look around after the sudden power outage. Great, I'm saved. All at once, my fear-addled legs regained their strength. This nightmare would soon be over. Excuse me. I shouted at the custodian through the window as loudly as I could muster. Excuse me, I'm trapped in here. This is a bad idea. I had to be sure he heard me. I shouted again. Finally, I could see the light out in the hallway again, and it seemed to be getting closer. However, something's not right about this. Perturbed, I took a step away from the window. If that's a flashlight, shouldn't it be brighter? Kind of looks like a faint unearthly glow classically attributed to spirits. That's what I was thinking. I tried to stop myself from finishing the thought, however. Dullness aside, it also looked like it was wriggling around in a very unnatural, very unflashlight-like way. And these footsteps. 4 clomps with a 3 or so second interval, then another 4 clomps. They were sounding in a fixed rhythm. Who thinks of ghosts when they see a dim light? I know, it's like, it's probably somebody walking around in a power outage with a candle. Does that not make sense? If you don't have a flashlight, a candle's next best thing, or like a lighter. Like, is he just gonna have a flashlight on him at all times because he's a custodian? That's very presumptuous of you. That's no custodian. Nobody walks like that. Alright. The fear was back in full force. I had to find somewhere to hide. What if I'd accidentally summoned something inhuman? I mean, whatever that was, I begged it for help. I literally invited it in. I need to hide, but where? Oh no. Where are we going? Where are we going, social? I'm gonna let you pick. We are already by the podium. Not that that really matters, but... Ugh. Hiding from the janitor because you're afraid of the dark ASMR. Yeah. It's up to you, buddy. Supply locker? Okay. We going. I hurriedly squeezed myself into the middle locker, where the classroom's cleaning supplies were kept. It was still pitch black in the room, so... excuse me, sorry. I couldn't spare the time it would take to remove its contents. Instead, I just contorted myself to fit. Ugh. Cough, cough. The locker was thick with the smells of mold and varnish. If I can hold my breath for just a little while, I think I'll be safe in here. Bet you anything, that door doesn't open when we try to leave. So I waited. I waited for the footsteps to pass by and fade in the distance, signaling that it was safe to emerge. Whoever it is, it better hurry. I feel like I'm gonna suffocate if I'm in here much longer. Still, it felt like a lot safer in the locker than it did out in the room. But the footsteps weren't receding. They were just getting louder, closer, faster. Rattata, the Pokemon. Uh-huh. And then they came to a sudden halt. Huh? They were close, just outside the locker. I peered through the ventilation holes amidst the utter darkness of the classroom. There wasn't a soul to be seen. I'm okay as long as I stay in here. I'll be fine. Not sure why I believed that. Maybe because I needed to. Maybe because it was so dark, or because I felt so much calmer in such a tight space, where nothing could possibly sneak up behind me. I didn't know why. I didn't care. I just knew that as far as I was concerned, it was safe in here. So I stood, motionless and cramped, and I waited. I didn't have to wait long. What was that? It sounded like a door locking. It's the locker locking. Suddenly, apprehensive, I gently nudged the supply closet door. Just to make sure it would still open for me when I wanted it to. Ah, no, it's locked. I called that shit. Fucking called it. Easy clap. Found you. What? I let out a sudden yelp at this unknown voice and tried with all my might to push open the door blocking my escape. No, no, please, let me out, let me out. Somebody's still here? You'll need to be punished for that. Huh? There's a brief moment of silence following the eerie voice's unsettling proclamation. And then... crash, crunch. The metal walls around me on all 4 sides began warping inward, so that the supply locker had somehow been fed into a trash compactor. Ow, what's going on? There was no force I could imagine that should have been able to do this, but it was happening. This already confined space was steadily closing in on me. No, it hurts. Open the door. Let me out. Crash, crunch. The collapse of the locker all around me continued, slowly and steadily. I could feel all my manner of things pushing and cutting into my body. Ugh. My vision went bright red. One of the blood vessels in my eyes probably burst from the pressure. I wasn't gonna last much longer. The ventilation holes in the locker were now pressed right up against my face, and through them, I could just barely make out the figure of a person. It was the old woman from this morning. She was standing just outside the slats, staring right into my eyes. It was the last sight I would ever see as the locker finally, inevitably smashed into my skull. Crash, crunch, crack, splat. Uh-huh. Okay. Wrong end. In case you were unsure if she was supposed to die or not. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta pee. Come back. This time for sure. We're gonna hide at the podium. I get quick saves every choice, so. Should anyway. And hide aware, yeah. Podium. I hurriedly hid myself beneath the teacher's podium. Grabbed my knees, curled up, and made myself as small as I could. What is this? What's happening? The footsteps continue to draw nearer and nearer. Clomp, 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 clomp. Little by little, the sounds grew closer. Every hair on my body was standing on end. Please just pass by, please. I held my breath, clasped my hands together, and silently prayed. Clomp, 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 clomp. They were close now. Very, very close. Please, God. Why was this happening? I couldn't make any sense of it. I just wanted it to be over. I prayed to God that it would end. Was this that the old woman was trying to warn me about? Was this all happening because I ignored her? Because I didn't take the paper doll from her? Every hair on her body was standing on end. Like on her head too? True. Just straight up. She went Super Saiyan, guys. It's okay. Einstein looking ass? No. She's Super Saiyan. She's so scared that her power level just got so high. Was it because I'd heard the ghost story of Yoshi and allowed it to get to me? Or did the strange events of the day have nothing to do with what was happening to me now? Feels like my heart's going to burst out of my chest. Still hold me. Do you hear that? Social, do you hear that? Is that just me? That's really scary. No, like, you've got to hear that. It's just really scary. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway. uh tap 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 tap. I hope you heard that. It wasn't just me laughing at myself. Okay, good. I'm glad you did. I hope that faded in good too. Definitely the ambience. I think so, yeah. It's getting closer. Tap, tap. The consistent rhythm of the footsteps suddenly ended halfway into one of the cycles. Oh. And it had ended right in front of this very classroom. Oh. I had goosebumps up and down my arms and legs. I stopped praying and clasped my hands over my mouth. I knew I'd scream if I didn't. Could this be Yoshi? Was the school legend real? That light isn't dim. I know, it's super fucking bright. What the hell? All I could do was close my eyes, keep my mouth shut, and hope that whoever or whatever this was would just go away. But the footstep sounds didn't start again. This was indeed Yoshi. That she'd stopped in front of the classroom, was just standing there. I had no concept of time anymore. I stayed in my hiding spot for what was probably only a few minutes, but felt like at least an hour. Maybe whoever it was is gone. I decided to carefully peek out from under the podium. Looks like one of those wind-up flashlights. True. I gingerly edged my head out just far enough to get a glimpse of the room, when suddenly... Ah! Footsteps rang out once more. It sounded like they were headed right for me. And they might have been inside the room. I honestly couldn't tell. Yo. We tap dancing now, boys. Remember how I said music is bumping in this game? It really is for true. I can get down to this shit. Anyway. I scribbled back in my hiding spot and covered my mouth with both hands. This beat, right? This was too much for me. My breathing was coarse and erratic, and my face was a mess of tears and snot. God, please save me. I was inconsolable. This is the dumbest sound ever. Can we stop with the fucking footstep sound? That's terrible. You couldn't record somebody walking? How'd they even make this sound? Or like slow it down a little bit. Fucking, it doesn't sound like running. It just sounds like you took like triple the speed, whatever. I was inconsolable. The footsteps just wouldn't stop. On that note, imagine somebody running this fast. I know. They're fucking zooming. What on earth were they doing? It almost seemed like they were running around in circles just to scare me. Stop it. Please stop it. I mouthed these words over and over again. I moved my hands to my ears in a vain to attempt to block this torturous sound. And as if in response, the sound changed. Eek. It was a loud, dull thud, followed by silence. No more footsteps. I heard that sound hundreds of times before. It's the classroom door sliding open. I peeked out, but the door was still tightly shut. How could that be? If the sound I heard wasn't the door, then what was it? The audio is clearly another sound cut off immediately. Probably. Sounds about right. What little safety I'd felt there was pretty much gone. But to be fair, I wasn't absolutely certain the spirit had seen or heard me either. The prospect of stepping out into the open wasn't a desirable one, but I had to decide if it was better to stay where I was or to make a break for it. We zoom in, chat. We zoom in. Download it off of Bing. Yeah, right. Staying in one place for too long seemed like it would be inviting trouble, so I took a deep breath and reluctantly crawled out, as quietly as I could. But almost immediately I felt something. Well, we're dead. Tap. Something long and thin had struck me in the back of the head. Perhaps struck isn't the right word. There was a little force behind it, but it wasn't a hard slam. More like someone trying to get my attention. Is that a wooden rod? Or no, it's a finger? I knew I wouldn't like what I was going to see, but I had to face whatever this was, so I turned around. And there looming over me was... Is somebody still here? Go home, child. A figure was peering down at me from above the podium, with one emaciated wishbone-like finger extended toward my face. I recognized this person instantly. No doubt about it, this was the same strange old woman who supposedly passed away earlier. The custodian? Yeah! I was scared out of my mind. I tumbled the rest of the way out from under the podium and shot to my feet. She told you to go home. Just go home. A ghost. There really was a ghost in this school. My breathing was ragged and my heart was pounding. So hard I thought I might explode. Plowing through all the desks in my way, I ran as fast as I could toward the classroom door. But that was as far as I could go. What's wrong? Yeah! There on the other side of the door, tight up against the glass, was the old woman. She was glowing bluish white, the source of the light from earlier. But how in the world did she get to the door before I did? How did she get out of the room so quickly? Position herself so perfectly to block my exit? She's a ghost. Felt like I was starting to hyperventilate and tried as best I could to calm my breathing as my eyes darted around the room. I need to get out of here now. Get as far away from this place as I possibly could. The front door is blocked. Maybe I can get out through the back. If I do that, I can't leave without running right past her. There's no way she'd let me by, but I have to do something. I bit my lip and continued scanning the room. Something, if I just had something I could use to fight back. I didn't have time to think carefully about it. I just had to grab something and hope for the best. There were two choices. I had to pick one on impulse, because before it was too late. Rubber bag of salt. Oh god. Bag of salt, because broom sounds dumb. This looks like leftover salt from an old chemistry experiment. I heard that salt was used in purification rituals, so it seemed like a natural choice. And what is she gonna do? Hit the ghost? Chat? Okay, this is coming with me. I placed the salt in my pocket as sort of protective charm. Great. I'm scared, but well, here goes nothing. When I look over, the spirit of the old woman was holding out her hand from the other side of the door frame. She really was trying to catch me. I wasn't just being paranoid. She was going to kill me and turn me into a ghost like her. I was convinced this had to be Yoshi, the teacher from the urban legend. No, I won't let her get me. Bracing myself, I darted toward the door at the back end of the classroom. There wasn't a moment to lose. If I didn't act fast, I probably wouldn't be able to act at all. I threw the door open and just began running at top speed, hoping to escape behind the spirit's back. Unsurprisingly, trying to outrun a ghost proved to be a fruitless endeavor. The spirit saw me and moved at breakneck speed to intercept. Stop! There's some fight music. Okay. Yeah, don't come any closer. I have salt. I thrust my hand in my pocket, withdrew the bag of salt, and threw the entire thing directly at the old woman's face. She recoiled. Now's my chance. I ran down the hall as fast as my legs would carry me, briefly glancing over my shoulder after a moment to confirm that the spirit was still writhing. I just kept on running down the dark hallway with nothing but adrenaline and mortal fear to keep me going. I reached the stairwell at the end of the hall and made a mad dash toward the ground level. I was determined to get out of this building alive. Stop! Finally, still moving at top speed, I reached the window door leading outside. Almost there, almost out. Luckily, the malevolent spirit hadn't caught up to me yet. It actually seemed like I might be able to escape. I might actually survive this. I made it. I grabbed the handle and tried pulling it. Huh? No, it wasn't. It's not opening. Why? Why? I'm so close. Please, please open. I'm begging you. I have to think of something else. At this rate, that horrible woman's going to... No, I can't let that happen. What do? What can I do? Break the glass, Pog. Oh, hey. Putting my thoughts in order, I came to the sudden realization that I was right near the umbrella racks. Unless the spirit had taken it or something, my umbrella should still have been right where I had left it. Aha, here it is. I practically tackled the rack, grabbing my umbrella in one swift motion. Not from the handle, mind you, but from the top. Then, taking aim at the glass of the door, I swung as hard as I could, smacking it dead center with the sturdy plastic handle. Ah. The glass wasn't going to break so easily, of course, but it did crack, giving me the impetus I needed to go in for a second hit. Break, damn you, break! Again and again I struck the glass. I had the umbrella gripped so tightly that the metal skeleton of the canopy was leaving indentations in my skin. Now that it's cracked, kick it, Yui. Right? I was sure there had to be a better way to do this, but I didn't have the luxury of time to figure out what it had been. Stop! You must not leave! Ah, he's coming this way. I began smacking the glass even harder, even faster. My hands are killing me. But this was the only hope of survival. Finally, after far too much effort... Yes, I did it! The glass was shattered onto the floor, making one hell of a sound. Tepid air whooshed in from outside. It was still pouring rain, but I was free now, free to escape this hellhole. Okay. The pane I'd broken was on the lower half of the door, and I didn't care if I cut myself. I got down on my hands and knees and crawled like mad. I did it. I'm almost outside. I can actually escape. I'm safe. I felt triumphant for a brief moment. The fear was gone, and I was basking my victory over this malevolent entity. Huh? But it didn't last long. Before I was even halfway through the door, I felt something coiling itself around my arm. With a start, I looked back. You mustn't go outside. Ah! A tall, shadowy figure just appeared behind me in the entryway. She had me in her grasp. There wasn't much more to her than an indistinct, flickering silhouette, but I could clearly see she had a broken neck. Was this a different apparition? Her scraggly, root-like fingers were squeezing my arm with tremendous force, pushing aside muscle and tissue and pressing right on the bone. No, what are you? Where are you going, my dear? I'll just be a little longer, so won't you please wait for me? Ugh, that hurts. That really hurts. I was shaking hysterically and tears were streaming down my face. I was absolutely convinced that I was going to die here. But let go of me. Sachi. I could offer no resistance. She was too strong. All I could do was plead with her. So stop, please. You're really hurting me. I felt like my arm would snap in two at any moment. Let's be together forever. She wasn't just grabbing, but twisting as well. The pain was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before. I couldn't think about anything else. My mind was absorbed by the unconscionable agony. Ugh. Shishido! Tsukasa? I thought my arm was about to snap off, and then all of a sudden I was whisked away. Whisked away by Tsukasa. Are you okay? Well, why? Tsukasa? No time to explain. We have to run. What? Tsukasa was still holding on to me tightly after saving me from the brink of death. He led me back into the school at an incredible speed. Damn it, what the hell was that thing? Please tell me I'm just dreaming. He practically spit these words as he continued running. Why is Tsukasa here? I tried to match his gait. Once we were a bit more in sync, I looked up at his face. After we'd reached the end of the hall, he suddenly veered into the last classroom before the stairwell, pulling me in with him. Back in the classroom. Great. Shido, you okay? I'm fine. I can walk by myself, really.
悪い
Oh, sorry, my bad. I moved away from Tsukasa and almost immediately spilled onto the ground like a house of cards.
おい大丈夫じゃないじゃん
You don't seem okay to me. Well, maybe not, but I just need a few.
すぐに
無理すんなよ
Hey, don't push yourself. Tsukasa grabbed my arm to help me up. Unfortunately, it was the arm Yoshi had been twisting. Ugh.
と悪い
Oh, sorry.
やっぱり腕
Your arm is
怪
hurting
我
you
してるのか
よく
Yeah, I don't think how, or I don't know how bad it is, but it really stings, like it's on
焼け
fire.
るみたい
Draped my other hand over the sore spot where I assumed there was probably one hell of a bruise. I started rubbing gently, but it didn't help at all.
そうか
That's
じゃ
not
あ
good.
保健
I
室
should
で
get you to the
すぐに
nurse's
手当て
office
した
right
方がいい
away,
な
then and take care of it.
でも
But
そしたらまた
then we'll be
あいつが来るって
exposing ourselves to that ghost again, right? Yeah. Just thinking about going back out there and facing Yoshi made me shudder. Couldn't believe he was even entertaining the idea.
心配すん
Don't
な
worry. Even
も
if
し
she
仮に
does
あい
come
つ
to
が来
get
ても
us,
俺は絶対お前を
I'll keep you safe no
守って
matter
や
what,
る
okay?
スカサ君
Tsukasa. Tsukasa's gentle reassurance actually made me forget the pain in my arm for a moment. I had to stop myself from blushing, or try to, at any rate.
怪我は一刻も
We
早
need
く
to treat your
手当て
injuries
し
as
た方がい
quickly
い
as possible, or they could get even worse.
まあどう
The
せ
nurse
先
may
生な
not
んか
be
いな
in,
いだ
but
ろうけ
I
ど
can at least apply first
Okay.
aid. Okay.
よし
Alright then, let's go. Like, what? Tsukasa offered me his hand, and I graciously took it, squeezing it tightly as he led me back into the hallway.
スカサ君の手
Tsukasa's hand, it's so warm. This is not the time, Yui. Despite the fact that nothing had really changed, it was still in just as much danger as I had been. The paralyzing fear I'd been feeling was gone. If it were just me, I would have never been able to do this. I would have frozen up. But with Tsukasa leading the way, I felt like I could do anything.
シシド少し走るけ
You
ど
know, are you
大丈夫か
okay to run? Sure. With my blessing, Tsukasa upped his pace significantly.
もうあいつが出
Please
て
don't
きま
let her
せんよ
show
うに
up. I prayed silently for smooth sailing as I followed Tsukasa's
こ
lead.
のまま
As long as he's with me, I think I'll be okay.
安心
I gently squeezed his hand again, as if to reassure myself that he was still with me. I was starting to think maybe Yoshi was gone. Maybe we thwarted her. But, of course, just as I was thinking that, she made her presence known again. Eh. What the hell was
だ
that?
ってんだ
Show
出
yourself.
てこい
An unearthly voice reverberated through the dark corridor. I immediately drew myself into Tsukasa's back.
もっ
Bring me
と
more.
出てこい
There she is. Over Tsukasa's shoulder, I saw the same shadow-like spirit from before. Must have been waiting here to ambush us. Ah!
大丈夫
It's
落ち着
alright,
け
stay calm. But the ghost was moaning and wavering before us. We'd never be able to get past it.
私のために
You'll do anything for me.
何でも
おいシシド
Hey, Shishido. Yeah?
俺があいつを引きつけ
I'm
るか
gonna
ら
draw that thing's attention.
So
We'll
let's
distract
go
that while you
hide.
run. What? No way, we'll run together.
俺には秘密兵器があるのさ
You what?
俺のばあさんからもらった
Keepsake charm my grandmother gave me.
お守り
When I pointed it
さ
at
っき
that
あ
thing
いつにこ
earlier,
れを
it
向けた
definitely
ら
had an
少し
effect.
割りやがった
形見のお
A
守
charm? Yeah,
りでも
but Tsukasa
君やっぱり危険
still be putting yourself right in harm's way.
俺
I'll be fine. It'll all work out somehow or
な
another.
んとか
そんな
That's not.
待ちなさ
Stay
い
where you are. I really didn't have time to be arguing. It was closing in fast. As it did, I noticed the spirit's figure had become more defined. She was a tall, young woman, with her head turned sideways at a 90-degree angle. The tale of Yoshi suggested she fell down a flight of stairs, so a broken neck would certainly fit.
早く走れ
Go, run. Ah! He gave my back a shove to get me started. With no time to object, I unconsciously obliged. Tsukasa ran too, darting ahead of me for a few short moments.
おい化け物
Hey, ghost lady, over here!
待ちな
さ
さい
Tsukasa! Tsukasa ran as close as he possibly could to get Yoshi's attention, then turned tail and began sprinting off in the opposite direction. Come get me, monster. Amazingly, it worked. The spirit began chasing Tsukasa, leaving me completely unobstructed.
どうしよう
This doesn't feel right. Should I
この
really
まま
escape
一人
without
逃
him?
げてもいいの
I was torn. On one hand, I knew this was my best chance, but I couldn't help worrying about what would happen to Tsukasa if his charm failed. I stopped for a moment and glanced over my shoulder. He was still running, and the shadowy figure was still in hot pursuit. Tsukasa! Just way too close and you can take out your charm.
いいから行
It's
けって
fine. Told you to keep
お前が逃
going.
げ切ったのを
Once
確
you're
認
out
し
of
たら
harm's way, I'll
俺
be
も
right
逃げる
behind
か
you,
ら
I
さ
promise. I still can't believe I fell for it, but this was right about when I realized the truth. Tsukasa had no protective charm. He just made that up so I wouldn't object too strongly to him serving as a decoy while I got away.
やっぱりダメ
No, I can't let him go through with this. I stopped my tracks and shouted at the top of my
待
lungs.
ちなさい
Yoshi, hold it right there! Gasp. I wasn't sure exactly what I was getting myself into, but I had to do something. Calling the spirit's name definitely seemed to have an
あな
effect.
たの名前
That's right, I know your name.
おいシスタ
Shido, what are you doing? All at once, the black figure was facing me. Though I never saw her turn around. She was flying toward me now, ignoring Tsukasa.
怖くない怖くない怖く
I'm
ない
not scared, I'm 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 not
怖
scared.
くない怖くない怖くない
I repeated this like a mantra, stuck one hand into my pocket, grasping tightly onto the one and only item I'd stashed there.
お前は私を
So, you know who I am then.
私には
Unlike him, I have
本当に
a
お
real
守りがある
protective charm. Tsukasa's care, his effort, his beliefs were all packed into this pencil. When you get right down to it, that's what a charm is, right? I squeezed the nubby little thing in my pocket, mentally preparing myself for the confrontation ahead. Confrontation I impulsively initiated.
シスタ逃げろ
Ishido, you have to run.
逃げない
I won't.
私
I
は逃
absolutely
げな
will
いわ
not.
神様
God, please protect me.
助けて
I closed my eyes, lifted my hand from my pocket, and brandished Tsukasa's pencil intently. The gauntlet had been thrown. I was putting a lot of faith into this, and I really, really hoped I hadn't made a mistake in doing so.
私は獅子の
My name is
刃
Yui Shishido, and my goal is to become a teacher here at this school. I opened my eyes to find that the shadowy spirit Yoshi had stopped dead in her tracks. Did it work? Was Tsukasa pencil keeping this vengeful soul at bay?
私の
I
代わ
don't
り
need a replacement. Just
いら
die.
ない
Suddenly, I was whisked off my feet and slammed against the ceiling. Ah,
シシド
Shishido! I could see him down below. He was staring up at me and desperately leaping. He was trying to catch me, I suppose, even though he knew he'd never reach. Tsukasa! I called out to him over and over again in my mind. If he could get away, if he could survive this ordeal, then it would all have been worth it. Yoshi was drawing near, and I was helplessly pinned to the ceiling. I had no chance at all. There was no doubt in my mind that my life was over. Clung to the relief I felt at Tsukasa's safety. It was the only thing keeping me from losing my head entirely. Then, all at once, the situation took a complete 180. It was like a miracle. Yoshi Shinozaki, stop right there.
そこまでにせ
Before I had any idea what was happening, I found myself bathed in a gentle light. The woman from this morning? I'm sorry I was unable to protect you, but now at least the evil will spread no farther.
これ以上邪術が
It was the old woman who had collapsed in front of my house. She was standing down below me, enveloped in a warm glow. Black Shadow lunged toward her. Then there was a horrific noise, and the old woman was gone. Ah!
シスド
Shishido! And just like that, I fell to the ground. Whatever Yoshi had done to me, the old woman must have nullified it. That must have been why she came to me this morning, and why she'd come again now. I felt like I was going to faint. Tsukasa ran to my side and gently scooped me off the ground into his arms. Yoshi's spirit was gone. She'd vanished along with the light. Around us now, the only sound was the pitter-patter of raindrops on the school roof.
おい
Hey,
Shishido.
Shishido? Tsukasa?
つかさ
I'd suffered quite a bump on the head from my fall and was decidedly disoriented. But I still had enough sense to put my arms around Tsukasa's neck.
バカ
You
逃げ
idiot.
ろって言ったの
Didn't I
に
tell you to run away?
ごめん
I'm sorry, it's just...
でも
I wanted to protect you. I couldn't bear the thought of losing you. That's what I wanted to say. But instead, I just passed out in his arms. This is so sad. I felt as though I was waking from a long, horrible dream.
おい、大丈夫か？
Hey, you okay? Yeah.
おい、シシド？
Shishido. Where are we?
本当に大丈夫？
Man, how hard a fall was that?
見れば
We're
わ
in
か
the
るだろ。
nurse's office, can't you tell?
学校の保健室だって。
The nurse's office? It occurred to me to look at my surroundings, probably something I should have done before asking about them. But in my defense, I was out cold. Beige walls, pink curtains, white beds with solid blue covers. This was indeed the school infirmary, no doubt about it.
どうして
Why are you...
どうしてもこうしても
Another question is why
お
you're
前があん
here.
な
I
ところ
thought
で
you
倒れ
passed
て
out
た
on
か
the
ら
ground out
ここ
there,
に
so
連
I
れてきてやっ
carried
た
you
んじゃ
in.
あんなところ
Out where exactly?
おいおいま
Jeez,
だ
did you
具
get a
合悪いんじゃ
concussion
な
or
いか
something? It was right
肛
by
門
the
だよ
school
肛門
gate.
肛門に
The school gate?
私
That's where you found me?
そこに倒れてったの
そうだけど
Uh-huh. Ring any bells?
私
But I was trapped inside the
確か
school
に
and running
学
from
校の
Yoshi,
中で
wasn't
ヨ
I?
シエさんから逃げて
Oh, that's right, my arm.
そうだ
I
腕を
broke it.
怪我して腕
Wait, my arm's okay?
本当も
は
Huh?
Ude?
Your arm.
夢だ
Was it a dream? No, it couldn't have been. I mean, it
そん
really
なはずない
hurt, and I really
だって
thought I was gonna
本当に
die.
痛くて
ああまあ
Well,
なん
you're
か
still a
様子
little
は
out of
変だけど
sorts, but
と
glad
に
you're
かく
safe
無
at
事
any
で
rate.
ほっとしたよこういうのって虫の知ら
Guess
せ
you
っ
could
て
say
いう
I
の
had a
か
gut
な
feeling, maybe.
なんとなく気になって
I
お
just
前
got
ん家に
concerned
行
and
った
stopped by
ら
your house, and your
お
mom
前のお
told me
母
you
さ
got
ん
back
に
to school.
学校
So
に
I
行
came
った
to
って
find
聞い
you,
た
and,
な
well, I found
そ
you.
したらあんなところに倒れてる
司くん
Tsukasa,
うん
yeah, yeah.
まあと
There'll be
りあえ
time
ず
for thanks and such
詳
later
しい
on.
話
I
は
got
後
something
で
I
聞
gotta
くか
do,
ら
so
さ
hang on a sec.
ちょっと待ってな
あ
Okay.
司くん
Where are you going, Tsukasa? I wanted to ask you about Yoshi.
あら、シシドさん、
Ah,
目が
Shido.
覚めた
Let's
の
see her
ね。
awake.
先生
Man,
驚いたわよ。
he was
ニ
both
コ
but a
ニ君が
scared.
血相変えて
Kuni
私を
was
呼びに来る
pale
ん
as
だ
a
もの。
ghost when he came to get me.
私が到直でよかっ
Lucky
た
for
わ
you,
ね。
I was working late tonight.
ご迷惑をおかけして
I'm
す
so
み
sorry
ま
to
せ
have
ん
troubled you.
それはいいのよ。
It's fine, of course, but
でも、
you know, you're
あ
really
なた随分うなさ
moaning
れ
in
て
your
いたか
sleep.
ら、
You having
悪い
nightmares?
夢でも見てたんじゃない？
悪い夢
Nightmares.
そうよ。ミクニ
Seems like
君
you
も
were.
すごく心配して
Kuni
たわ
was
よ。
worried sick about you.
そうだ
So it really was just a nightmare
やっ
then.
ぱり
That scary story this afternoon was just too much for
悪
me.
い夢なんだ
ともかく、もう大丈夫？
You feeling a little better now, at least?
はい
Yeah.
さあ、よかったわ。
That's good. The nurse smiled cheerfully and disappeared behind the partitioning curtain. Letting out a sigh, I laid myself down on the bed once more. It was dead silent. The rain must have let up. The only sound I heard was an occasional cough from the nurse, who was otherwise going about her business quietly.
そういえ
Oh,
ば
wait, what
ペン
about
ケー
the
ス
pen case? I touched my hands in my pocket, not really expecting to find it, but
ちゃんとある
there it is. The pen case, complete with Tsukasa's pencil inside, was present and accounted for, which meant that
私
I made
やっ
it
ぱり
to my
教室には行ったん
classroom.
だやっぱり
Maybe it wasn't a dream after all.
おーい
Hey. Huh?
あ
Oh,
司くん
Tsukasa, welcome back. I'm still trying to remember exactly details about what happened when I unexpectedly felt something cold press against my cheek. What are you?
お前う
You're
なされて
sleeping
ただ
pretty
ろ
restlessly, you know.
汗も
Sweating
か
an
いたし
awful lot, so I figured
喉
you
乾
might
い
be
たんじゃない
thirsty.
かなと思ってさ
Here, it's a cafe lane.
コーヒー
Oh,
ありが
thank
と
you.
う
Tsukasa went out of his way to buy this just for me. It was a lovely gesture. How could I possibly refuse?
お前さ
Hey, isn't tomorrow? I guess it's today now, but
Move.
either way, don't you have an entrance exam to take?
何
What
時
time does it start? At 9.
あと4時間か
So 4 hours then. God, I don't even
無理だ
want
よ
to think about that right now. Not after the day I just had. I've been put through hell on earth. Taking the test was the furthest thing from my mind. I was in tears and I had no idea why. Maybe it was because I was so relieved, so glad to be alive. Sob, sob. Okay, hey, Shishido, can you
よ
stand?
し
Huh?
ちょうどいいから
Timing's
お
just
前
right.
にいい
So
も
I'm
の
gonna
見せてやる
show
よ
you something good.
いいもの
Something good.
おう
Yeah, or rather,
So, dana.
something I really want you to see. If you're up to it.
お前には見てほしいんだ
Sure, I guess. My nose was still running, but my heart felt a lot lighter. I no longer felt threatened by the school. I was comfortable and safe. The two of us left the nurse's office, with Tsukasa in the lead. And even though I was holding a cold coffee in my hand, I still felt warm all over. Neither of us said a thing as he led me through the empty halls. It occurred to me that when we last saw one another, I was mad at him.
ほら
Look, Kishido, we're here.
着いたぞ
ここって
What? Isn't this just the walkway between the buildings?
まあまあもう
Just
すぐ
wait.
だからちょ
I'll
っ
see
と
it in a
待て
minute.
よ
もうすぐ
See what? I had no idea what I was looking for. I just kept staring at him, but his eyes were fixed at the window leading out into the walkway. As I gazed upon him in profile, I felt my heart skip a beat.
昨日のこと
I have to apologize for
謝
what
ら
happened
なくちゃ
yesterday.
いけない
But I just wasn't sure what to say. I let my feelings get the better of me and reprimanded him for behavior that was, at least at the time, entirely reasonable. There's more to it than that, though. There's one particular reason, more than any other, that made it hard for me to think of the words to say here. Me and I had run from Yoshi together. We escaped her wrath against insurmountable odds, and what if that wasn't all just a dream?
お出てきたぞ
Bingo. Here we go. Huh? I followed Tsukasa's pointing finger and... Whoa, that's beautiful. What an absolutely stunning sunrise.
すごいすごい
俺ここ
It's
でよ
actually
く
the
夕日を眺
sunset
め
I
てるん
enjoy
だけどさ
watching most from here, but sunrise is pretty great too.
綺麗だよ
It's gorgeous. The whole town is painted
街がオレ
orange.
ンジに染まっていく
お元気出て
Looks
きた
like you're back in good spirits again.
ここって
This is
司くん
the
の言っ
place
て
you were
た
talking about, isn't it?
例の場所だよね
おううん
Oh, yeah, it is.
今まで絶
You've been
対に
keeping
教
this
えて
spot
く
from
れ
me
な
all
かっ
this
た
time, so why now?
どうして
Why are you showing it to me today?
別に
No reason,
なん
really.
となく
なんとなく
No reason, huh? I could think of a reason, but I didn't say anything. It just seemed kind of far-fetched to me, and if I were misinterpreting him, I'd be very embarrassed. He couldn't possibly, could he? My face felt kind of warm. I placed the sweaty cafe au lait can on my cheek. Sighed softly.
どうした顔
Feeling
赤い
okay?
ぞ
Face is really red. What? It is?
まだ具合悪い
You're
んじゃ
still
ないのか
feeling faint, are you?
そんなこと
No,
ない
no,
よ
nothing like that. It's just,
So-
yeah. It's the
Alright.
sun, just the way the light's playing off of my skin. That's all.
あ
Oh,
あなるほど
okay.
な
Why does it be so dense sometimes?
試験頑
Look
張
at
れ
that exam, by the way. If you head
今
back
か
now
ら
and
す
you're
ぐ
ready,
戻って準備
still
すり
have-
ゃ
you should still be able to make it.
ありがとう
Thank you.
司くん
That's what I like
の
about
そ
you,
れ
Tsukasa.
好き
え
Huh?
そ
Also,
れと
I'm sorry.
なんで謝るんだ
What?
あいや
Well,
Eh,
it's just that yesterday things might have
Kino.
been a little awkward between us
Hold on.
after
なん
talking
かちょっと気
about
ま
that
ずく
school
なっちゃっ
legend,
たし
remember?
ああ
Oh, yeah, I think I remember
あ
something
あ
like
そんな
that.
こともあったっけ
そんなこともって
I mean, something like that.
私は結構気にしてたんだけどな
女子はほんと細かい
You
こ
guys
と気に
obsess
す
over
る
the
よな
littlest things sometimes.
俺
Me?
は全然何
I didn't
とも
think
思っ
anything
て
of
な
it.
かったのに
そっ
Really now? Let another sigh and turned back towards the morning sun, stretching my arms skyward as a sudden wave of exhaustion overcame me. The day got brighter bit by bit, and I just stood there, silently trying to piece together all the jumbled thoughts rattling around in my head. I was running away from Yoshi, and Tsukasa was with me. Then I was saved by that old woman.
やっぱり
Really was just a dream,
だ
huh?
よねあの
As the bright rays of the sun washed over me, I felt my new life and new hope welling up from within. I finally came to terms with those horrid events. Most likely, I got the pen case without incident. But then, on my way back, something hit my head and knocked me out. That would be just my luck.
あちょっとシシド
Oh, hey,
Look at me.
Shishido. Don't move. Huh?
そのまま
Stay right here, just like that.
そのまま
I didn't know what he was planning to do, but he was staring right at me. Felt kind of like he was staring at my soul. And then, what? Slowly Tsukasa drew his face towards mine.
これ
Is he
シシド
Shishido? No way. Is he really going to?
これ
Shut my eyes. I was ready for this. Maybe I just didn't want to look. The next sensation I felt wasn't quite the one I was expecting. Shishido, what happened here? Huh? He grabbed my arm for some reason, staring down at it intently.
何
Oh,
よ
what the
紛ら
hell?
わしいな
What's he doing?
で
Whoa, what is that? Seriously, I had no idea that was there. Turns out, he was just concerned by the strange bruise I had apparently received, which had momentarily become visible when I raised my arms. It's right around my elbow. Right where Yoshi grabbed me in my dream.
痛そうだな
Looks like it hurts.
全然痛く
It
ない
doesn't hurt at all, actually, but
けど
what? Never mind,
Nada
it's nothing. Giving a wry smile, I gently pulled my arm from her grip.
ねえ司くん
Hey, Tsukasa?
Hmm?
Yeah?
帰る前に
Before we go home,
一つ
I have a favor to
お
ask you.
願いがあるんだけど
なんだよ
What is it?
で
Would you mind
つ
if
ない
we
でもいい
held hands?
手
Held hands? Yeah, just for a little. Or is that asking too much?
ダメなんでという彼の
When he
言
asked
葉
why
に
I wanted to
なんとなく
do this, I fed him his own line. I just told him no reason.
そっと指先を
We
掴んだ
only
だけ
joined
で
fingertips,
軽いものだ
but
っ
for
た
the
けど
first time, I really
初
felt
め
like I was
て
connected to another
私
person's
はお
heart.
互いの心がつなが
I
って
remember
い
feeling
る
so
のを
happy.
感じた気がしてとても嬉しかったのを覚えている
Wow, this is so emotional. Now she's gonna be back in bed sick. Wow.
ゆい先生
Satoshi.
ゆい
Hey,
先
Miss
生
Yui! Miss Yui! Tsukasa. Yeah.
ゆい先生
Miss
って
Yui,
ば
please. Hmm? I haven't heard that voice before, but who is it? Was I just dreaming again? Still felt like I was holding Tsukasa's hand, though.
ゆい先生って
Miss Yui, your hand. Your hand! Huh? What?
やっと起きた
Good, you're awake. Huh? What? Mochida?
そうだよ持
That's
田
right.
聡だよ
Satoshi Mochida. I was still dazed. I had no idea what was going on. All I knew was that one of my students, Satoshi Mochida, was here, and he looked concerned.
あの
Miss Yui, your hand is... What? Oh my. I finally realized what he was talking about. I was holding Mochida's hand in my own, and squeezing it awfully tightly.
やだ
Excuse me, please. I'm so sorry.
いいけど
It's
さ
no problem, though. I have to say, you have a
Yui
really
sensei.
strong grip, Miss Yui.
あらそう
Do I know? In the
これでも
past, I was renowned
昔
far
は
and
か
wide for
弱
being a
く
weak and
儚い
dainty
美
young
少女
beauty,
と
you
し
know.
て巷に名を馳せたものだけど
How exactly do I respond to that?
手厳しいわ
Well,
ね
you can say something nice. Mochida was a good student. He and I got along well. And we were already falling back into our usual pattern of good-natured ribbing, except...
ちょっと待って
Wait a minute. Why are
どう
you
して
here,
持田君
Mochida?
がうちにいるの
それさっき
Well,
話したじゃん
that's... I told you earlier, didn't I? Huh? I guess I shouldn't be surprised
そ
you
の
don't
調子
remember
じゃ
anything.
何も覚えて
何も
What am I supposed to remember exactly?
さっき俺の作ったお
A
か
while
ゆ
ago,
って
you ate some porridge I made,
飲んで
took medicine
ま
before
た寝た
passing
じゃ
out
ない
again.
か
Told you everything then. You did?
本当に綺麗さっ
You
ぱり
seriously
覚えて
forgot
る
all of
の
that?
全然
Completely.
笑えないよ
Don't laugh, jeez. But she just sighed and pointed at the
あ
table.
れ
Last
山
notes
崎
from
先
Mr.
生から届け
Yamazaki.
物
もしかして
Wait, did you
わざ
come
わ
all
ざ
this
それ
way
を
just to
届け
deliver
に来てくれ
those?
たの
そうだよ
Yeah, and when I
そ
did,
し
you
た
were
ら
in a
ゆい
pretty
先
bad
生
way,
があ
so
ん
I
まり
made
に
you
ひ
some
どい状態
porridge.
だったから飯
Oh, but
キッチン
don't
借
worry,
りて
I
いい
have
って言ったの
permission.
は
Monet said I could
モネ
borrow
だ
your
から
kitchen. Monet did he?
モネちゃんがね
I stroked Monet's neck and he lied down contentedly on my futon. Such a pretty kitty. I was getting kind of wrapped up in petting him as I often did. I almost forgot Rashida was here. So he let out a huge sigh.
ゆい先生
Also, Miss Yui, leaving your front door unlocked is really
閉めないと
dangerous.
不用心だよ
あら開いて
Oh,
た
was it open? Yeah.
今
You're
回
lucky
だ
I
け
was the one
は
to discover that. You
I
really
took a
need to be
task
more
at
careful.
でも今後はちゃん
気をつけるわ
Duly noted. Thanks.
なんで笑うの
Did I say something funny?
持田君
No, you just
私
sound like
の
my
お母
mother.
さんみたいだから
うわ
Yikes.
雑
I think I like the implications there. I didn't mean to laugh. I must have seemed kind of deranged, but I can always blame it on the fever. Machida looked at me and let out another sigh. My poor sense of humor must have been getting to him. Well, you sure seem to be a lot better now that you were
だいぶ元気
when I
になっ
got
てきた
here.
みた
So
いで
that's
よかった
something.
よ
I
そう
feel
みた
better
い
too.
結構寝てたもんな
Slept like a
ユイ
rock,
先
Miss
生
Yui.
そうね
That's right. I woke up this morning feeling dizzy and chilled, like
今朝
called in
風邪で
sick,
めま
but
いがして
put out food for Monet, and I
学
don't
校にお
remember a thing
休み
after
の
that.
電話をしてモネちゃんのご飯を用意して
あれ
Oh, you
コンビニ行ったんじゃ
remember
ない
going to the convenience store?
コンビニ
Convenience store?
うん
Yeah, I
冷
found
却シー
cold
トと
packs
弁
and
当があっ
snacks.
て
Let's see.
ほらこれ
Here.
レ
Took
シ
the
ー
time
ト
on
の
the
時
receipt.
間
It was this morning.
本当だ
Wow, you're
も
right.
しかしてユイ先生
How can you possibly not remember going to the
コンビ
store?
ニ行ったこと覚えてないのうわー
Amazing.
も
That's
う
just
しっかり
seriously.
してくれ
You place all
よ
together. You didn't go out in your pajamas or
パジャ
anything,
マ
did
で出
you?
かけたりしてないよな
そんなことは
Well, I don't
ないと思うけど
think I did.
どうかな
I wouldn't be surprised.
笑ってごまかさ
I'm
な
trying to
い
hide behind that laugh.
ごめんごめん
Sorry, sorry.
持田君
You're taking care of me like
私の
this
こと
the whole
ずっと
time,
看
Machida?
病してくれてたの
うん、
Uh huh.
そう
Wow, I'm really sorry you had to
そこ
stay
ま
this
で
late.
ごめんなさいね
It was already past 10 o'clock in the evening. I couldn't believe Mochida had been with me this whole time. I felt both guilty and grateful, and I definitely gained a new respect for him.
おかゆまだちょっと
Still
残
a
って
little
るから
porridge left if you
腹
get
減ったら食べて
hungry.
よ
Thanks.
あとそれから
And I
これ
bought these too. Huh? You went to the
スーパー
supermarket?
の袋
冷蔵庫を見たら
There wasn't anything in the
何も
fridge
なか
when
っ
I
たから
checked,
さ
so I figured I might as well. The bag was quite heavy. Inside it was a bottle of orange juice, some bananas, canned peaches, apples, and others assorted fruits.
これ
That's
風邪の時って
vitamins. When you're
Vitamins
as sick as you
を
are,
取る
your
の
body needs all the help it can get to
それ
fight
食べ
back.
て
Think of it
早
like
く良くな
medicine.
ってよ
持田君
Machida. That much fruit couldn't have come cheap, especially for a high schooler. I considered offering to pay him back, but decided against it. I knew he wouldn't take my money, and besides, I really appreciated the fact that he'd gone to all this trouble for me. I returned the favor another time. If it ever seemed like he was going to be staying out late after school, maybe I'd buy him dinner. Or I could help him with preparations for the school festival.
じゃあ俺帰るよ
Well, it's getting late. I should go.
あ大丈
Oh,
夫
you'd be
道
okay?
わかるか
You
し
think
ら
right back? If
なん
you'd
なら
like, I can
途中ま
take
で
you
見
at
送り
least
に行こ
part
う
of the
よ
way.
大丈夫だ
It's
よ
fine. Just go back to sleep,
ユ
Miss
イ
Yui.
先生はおとなしくまだ本調子じゃないんだし
You're not better just yet. Besides,
第
it
一
doesn't say for a woman to walk
夜
alone at
道
night.
を女の人一人で歩くなんて
Ah, you're such a
持田
sweetie.
君は優しいね
Seeing how much you
そうい
care
う
just
とこ
makes my
キュン
heart
とし
skip
ちゃ
a
う
beat.
あれ
Oh, does it
そう
now?
いうこと
Not
俺
sure
に
you
言
should
っ
be
てい
saying
い
something like that to
の
me, Miss Yui. Huh? Oh,
no,
why
no.
not? She and I joke like this a lot. It usually made him blush and get adorably embarrassed. But not today. Today he just grinned sheepishly. The mischievous glint in his eyes. I didn't quite get it. What was his angle?
司くんって
Who's Tsukasa, Miss Yui?
先生の
Is he
恋
your
人
boyfriend? How do
どう
you...
してそれ
ユイ先生寝てる
You
時
kept calling
ず
his
っと
name
そ
in
の
your
人の
sleep.
こと呼んでた
Tsukasa,
よ
Tsukasa, you cried.
うなされながら何度も
Lost in some sort of
Tsukasa-kun,
wonderful dream. What?
誰なんだよ
So, who is he? Crafty Mochida had turned the tables on me, and how embarrassing to know that I'd been calling Tsukasa's name.
そ
Well,
それは
I hesitated to answer for a moment, but then figured, what the hell, why not?
司君
Tsukasa was my first love.
私の初恋
ふーん
Oh?
その様子じゃ
Judging by your actions
ユイ
earlier,
先生はよ
must
っ
have
ぽど
seriously been head over
その
heels
人
for
の
him.
ことが好きだったんだね
What? Why?
だって
Well, when I got
先
here, you
生
thought I
さ
was
っきすごか
Tsukasa.
ったよ
It was unbelievable. Wait,
やだ
what are you saying? Miss Yui, your face is
Yui
beet
sensei.
red.
顔赤いよ
これは
That's
熱
just
の
my
せいよ
fever,
きっと
I swear.
ふーん
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
Well, that's
yeah.
fine. I'll let you believe
そ
whatever
う
you
い
want
う
to
こと
believe.
にしてあげる
Oh, come on. Whatever happened to respecting your elders? You shouldn't mess with adults. But you're in rare form today. You never get to see you like this. I wasn't sure he was ever going to give me the full story of all the embarrassing things I'd done in my fever days. Maybe it was better he did. Either way, I was in his debt, so he could tease me all he wanted. Just this once. Oh crap, I have to get going. He's gonna be really angry with me. Thanks for everything. Dark out, so please be careful on your way home. No worries. Miss Yui, be sure to eat right and get better ASAP. You hear me? Of course, I'll kick this in no time. Fight the good fight. Thanks. A good kid, that Mochida. Better be careful though. He is my student after all. Come here, Monet. You sleep with mommy tonight. Hehe. I miss you, Tsukasa. Uh-huh. Oh, good. Chapter 4 is called Purgatory. I'm sure that'll be great. Oh, boy. So excited for that tomorrow. Fever Dreams is the achievement I just got. Oh, shit. Man, that was a good one. I started just early enough today. Because last night I went too late and I was exhausted. But tonight was perfect timing, I think. I'm getting my stream timing down. Anyway, Chad. Thanks for hanging out. I'm, Stop it. Alright, anyway. Thank you for hanging out if you did. Hit the follow button if you haven't already. Like if you liked. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.